Yes, ma'am, I came back. Actually, some technical issues happened, ma'am, so it is getting some delay. And now I'm ready with our YouTube live streaming also. I'm posting the link in the chat box.
Mhm.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, ma'am. Karishma and team, are you ready, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Streaming also? Yes, ma'am. Distinguished guests, participants, students, and all my dear friends. It is a very warm welcome to one and all, to you all for this auspicious occasion of this auspicious gathering organizing by Sidvi Foundation and in collaboration with IUPAC and ACT. Actually, IUPAC and ACT collectively they are organizing a global women breakfast every year in the month of February. Last year also we had organized GWB 2025. Last year we had given some paper presentations also, but this year because of some time lag and I couldn't able to find that much time to announce the paper presentation. So I had thought that to organize as a lecture series. Immediately all my dear friends as a distinguished speakers, they had agreed and they had given their utmost cooperation to me in a very being in spite of their busy schedule, they had given their valuable time for me to come in front of all of you. So here IUPC and ACT of their Silver Jubilee celebrations, they are organizing this Global Women Breakfast GWB 2026 under the theme Many Voices, One Science. And Sidvi Foundation also got a small opportunity to be associated with this global event, because today 10th February all over the world many institutions including colleges, organizations and universities, they are organizing this global women breakfast, and I also got an opportunity to organize such a global event under the brand name of Sidvi Foundation. For this, all of you had given your utmost cooperation to me. First of all, my heartfelt thanks to one and all. And here, I take this opportunity and privilege to welcome all my stalwarts and all my guests and presenters, participants, and my dear friends. Here, I would like to invite our chief guest, Professor A. Srinivasarao sir, Senior Science and Technology Scientist at AVR Studios, Bethesda, MD, USA. A very warm welcome to you, sir. And Sahiti Sri Prakash Rao Kollaram sir, Richmond, USA. A very warm welcome to you, sir. And another chief guest, Dr. Dixon Adams sir, Educational Innovations in Science and Technology, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Ghana. A very warm welcome to you, sir. And here one shiny star we could see here, Dr. Rania Lampo ma'am. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am. STEM instructor and researcher, Greek Ministry of Education, Religious Affairs and Sports from Greece. And I would like to call upon another chief guest, Mr. Nagababu Abbaraju sir, President SSRD Sidvi Foundation from Hyderabad. A very warm welcome to you, sir. And the man behind organizing such a global event, Dr. Vijayendra Singh sir, National Coordinator GWB 2026. Thank you so much, sir, for giving me such a wonderful opportunity. A very warm welcome to you to this auspicious occasion, sir. And next I would like to invite our special invitees and distinguished speakers, Professor G. Mary Sunanda ma'am, HOD Education, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University, Hyderabad. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am. Dr. Kirti Mahendra, Certified Agnihotra Teacher from Vishwa Foundation, Shivapuri, Akkalkot, Maharashtra. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am. Dr. Pavanjit Kaur, Assistant Professor, Chemistry, School of Mechatronics Engineering, Symbiosis Skills and Professional University, Pune, Maharashtra. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am. Dr. Sindhura K, Assistant Professor, MEASI Institute of Management, Chennai. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am. We are all about to have all these stalwarts lectures in a couple of hours. And I would like to invite guests of honor, Dr. Kaustubh Kumar Shukla sir, Mr. Sai Prasad Dusre sir, Mr. Alok Raj sir, and Dr. N. Bharatjyoti ma'am. A very warm welcome to you one and all. And last but not least, all my dear friends, I could see here Dr. Gayatri Indrakanti ma'am, a very warm welcome to you ma'am for your cooperation and support. Actually, sometimes I may be missed because of this one-man show and busy schedule. Thank you so much ma'am for sparing your valuable time and joining with me. And my other friends, delegates, my dear students, all are my heartfelt welcome to one and all to this auspicious occasion. And here I could announce one more thing that if any of you wish to send your papers, I can publish them in our international journal as a publishing partner of Sidvi Foundation, Sidvi Publication House, and International Journal of Science, Engineering, Arts, and Management. Thanks a lot for giving me such a wonderful opportunity to invite all my stalwarts of today's evening. I request Karishma and team to start this program with your prayer song.
Okay, okay. गणनायकाय गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि गानचतुराय गानप्राणाय गानान्तरात्मने गानोत्सुकाय गानमत्ताय गानोत्सुकमनसे गुरुपूजिताय गुरुदैवताय गुरुकुलत्वायने गुरुविक्रमाय गुह्यप्रवराय गुरवे गुणगुरवे गुरुदैवतलक्षेत्रे गुरुधर्म सदा साध्याय गुरुपुत्र परित्रात्रे गुरुपाखण्डकण्डकाय गीतसाराय गीततत्त्वाय गीतगोत्राय धीमहि गुणगुणपाय गन्धमत्ताय गोजाय प्रदाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गणेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your wonderful startup of this program. Thank you so much.
Thank
God
you.
bless. Thank you. Now, without much delay, I wish to hear from my dear Rania ma'am. Address the gathering with your distinguished speech, ma'am. Speech by Dr. Rania Lampo, ma'am, STEM instructor and researcher, Greek Ministry of Education, Religious Affairs and Sports, Greece. Over to you, ma'am. I'm very
Thank you
much
so
eagerly
much,
waiting.
Dr. Aruna. Warm greetings from Athens, here from Greece. Am I audible, first of all?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I
You're
hope I'm
audible.
audible. Okay. So it's my great pleasure and honor to warmly welcome you all, me too, all the distinguished speakers, respected academicians, researchers, students, and participants to this international symposium. And of course, this symposium is a remarkable platform here that brings together diverse disciplines, perspectives, and cultures united by a shared commitment to innovation, knowledge, and collaboration. Because in today's rapidly evolving world, the most meaningful solutions emerge, of course, not from a single field, but from the intersection of ideas across science, engineering, technology, humanities, and social sciences. And the objective of this symposium is not only to disseminate advanced knowledge through expert lectures, but at the same time to encourage interdisciplinary dialogue, promote global research perspectives, and strengthen connections between academia, industry, and policy. We love the topic. I love the topic of global women's breakfast, many voices, one science. This reminds us that diversity in thought, culture, and gender is not just valuable, it is essential for scientific progress. Because when different voices come together, they can create stronger ideas, more inclusive solutions, and a more innovative future. So in this spirit, in the spirit of this amazing topic today, and of course, given the fact that very soon we will celebrate the International Women's Day, and also inspired by a space program where I'm involved, I decided today to talk about how we can empower girls in space industry, how to empower, how to promote women in STEM, but in space education. So once again, I extend a heartfelt welcome to all of you. And of course, I would like to appreciate and warmly thank Dr. Aruna for the kind invitation. Now, I will start sharing the presentation. We share also my experiences here, my projects, what we are doing. I don't know if, wait a minute. I think it's visible now.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And it's moving also. It's moving.
Yes, ma'am. It is moving, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, thank you. So here in Greece, recently I got involved. I'm working in the Greek Ministry of Education, but also in the Greek Astronomy Space Society, and recently got involved in the Education Action Plan, Gender Education Action Plan, which concerns the public sector, the government sector, 2023-2026. And actually what we are doing, we're trying to help women in the public sector and in the ministry to cope with different challenges, not only the lack of training, but also issues like mental health and other issues that faces that women actually have to cope. And I'm working also with the Greek Astronomy Space Conference. Said before, organize many STEM workshops and many programs in order to empower especially underprivileged students and girls also in order to empower them towards science-related careers. So what are the realistic statistics and facts? That still women are underrepresented in STEM fields. Approximately 30% only of women are researchers worldwide. Only 30% are engaged in the STEM field. And in STEM leadership, it's same, and particularly in ICT, female students enrollment is very, very low. If I mention the case of Greece, for example, the number of women who enrolled in computer science fell by 10%. So it's a very shocking fact here, given all these efforts that we are doing, that the European Union is doing in promoting STEM for women. We have so many funded programs, so many New Horizon or Erasmus programs which help women who through coding, through robotics, so different programs to attract, to make the STEM field more attractive to women. However, I got a recent review from Eurydice. Eurydice is Council actually is an organization in Europe which examines the educational systems worldwide. And this report showed that the number of women in STEM is actually stable in some fields like manufacturing or engineering. It's only stable and is decreasing, I said before, in computer science, which is very, very disappointing given the fact that it organizes so many programs for women, but still the numbers are there. The experts of Unity say that the reasons behind this is that there's still women in science facing the lack of confidence. They're not welcome in the world of science, but the world of science is still hostile for them. So in the big tech, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, we can see here again the same disappointing statistics in leadership jobs also. And what about space? Only 20% of space jobs are occupied by women, and only 11% of astronauts have been women. Already, however, we have seen how women have contributed to innovation, and you know better than me, all the women leaders who excel behind Chandrayaan-3, the space mission, and who managed to make India actually more prouder and to showcase their leadership and their innovative mindset all around the world. So how we can help girls and women develop their problem-solving, analytical, creative skills, of course, through more innovative approaches in the classroom, more collaborative, inquiry-based learning, more relevant work to relevance and practical applications. Interdisciplinary thinking, of course, is there. The higher focus on experimentation, the empathy, because STEM is not only about mathematics, it's also about social impact and empathy. And all this hands-on learning experience, the project-based learning, all these STEM competitions, the maker spaces, design thinking, environmental citizen science projects can actually help women get involved in STEM careers. Of course, mentorship, as we're going to see, collaborative group project, VR, AR, engineering, prototyping activities. So what is happening with space education and why especially space matters? Because this has to do with how space inspires curiosity and wonder. Space exploration sparks curiosity about the universe, which of course can lead to a deep interest in science and mathematics. For many students, learning about space missions, planets, or black holes, and the potential for life beyond Earth opens up their imagination and encourages to ask profound questions. Space education incorporates a wide range of STEM disciplines, from physics and astronomy to computer science, biology, engineering. So it offers students an interdisciplinary approach to learning where they can apply scientific principles across different fields, like calculating orbital mechanics or designing spacecraft or programming robots for planetary exploration. And very important, the future careers, because the growth now of the space industry, including the space tourism, satellite technology, the Mars exploration, offers a wealth of career opportunities in STEM fields. So engaging students, especially in girls, in space education can help prepare them for these emerging fields, fostering skills that will be valuable in the workplace and the workforce, the space field. The global challenges. Space exploration is linked to solving global challenges, such as climate change or resource management, energy solutions. Space technologies often have Earth-based applications, such as satellite data being used for environmental monitoring or communications. So by studying space, students can actually contribute to technological innovations that address real-world problems. And there are already many space education programs. You can explore, for example, European Space Agency organizes amazing workshops for teachers for primary and secondary education. I have the privilege to be part of these programs in the Netherlands. And of course, in NASA and the other CubeSat programs. The challenges remain how they access, the limited access to resources, the lack of teacher training, how to keep up with all these breakthroughs and advancements. So the importance here is that the diversity of perspectives, when more girls enter space-related fields, then the industry benefits from a broader range of ideas and problem-solving approaches. So we talk about how we can unlock untapped talent. So diverse teams, all research studies show that diverse teams are proven to innovate more effectively, tackling complex challenges with fresh perspectives. And the demand for skilled professionals in space science and engineering technology is growing rapidly. Engaging more girls in STEM education helps fill this gap, ensuring a stronger workforce for future space missions innovations. As historically, we know that space education has been viewed as a male-dominated field. This is the reality. So encouraging more girls to join STEM careers in space challenges, in space, this can actually help break down these stereotypes and promote equality. So uh, at the same time, we expand career opportunities because by pursuing a STEM career in space exploration, girls gain access to a wide range of high-paying, impactful, and intellectually stimulating jobs in fields like aerospace engineering or planetary science, in space medicine. Participation in STEM fosters critical thinking at the same time, leadership skills, problem solving, and when girls succeed in STEM fields, they can build confidence. This is very important because this is what is lacking now among women. The lack of confidence, self-efficiency, and of course, not just academically, but also in their overall capabilities. It's about creating role models also. When girls succeed in STEM careers, in space exploration, they become role models for future generations of young women. Representation matters. When girls see women excelling in space, they are more likely to envision themselves in similar roles. And space exploration is inherently exciting, fosters curiosity. So this nurtures at the same time a lifelong love of science technology discovery. So it encourages lifelong curiosity. And innovation through diversity, because a more diverse workforce always leads to more creative and effective solutions to complex space exploration challenges, from space travel to studying distant planet. Women's contribution to space science can push actually the boundaries of human knowledge and technological progress. And as space exploration becomes more global and inclusive, it is important that all segments of society, including women, are represented. This ensures that future missions, policies, and discoveries are shaped by a wide variety of voices. So the impact on society, that especially we talk about the high-profile STEM careers, when more women enter these careers, this can have a ripple effect on encouraging greater social interest in STEM, and this can help inspire more communities, entire communities, to contribute to scientific literacy on a global scale. And of course, the future of space exploration, whether this is Mars exploration or space tourism, requires the best and brightest minds from all genders and backgrounds. Women have already made incredible contributions to space, but more female perspectives can help expand our understanding of the universe and lead to groundbreaking discoveries that benefit all of humanity. I want to say that I'm very privileged to be part of a very innovative pioneering program, which is called Mission Shaktisat. It is a program, it's a space program which involves 12,000 girls from 108 countries. It was launched by Space Kids India. It's an aerospace startup which actually is specialized in designing and building satellites and rockets. This startup has already launched a bunch of satellites, suborbital satellites, etc. And it's partner also of the India Space Research Organization. As you can see here, it's ambassador of NASA. So I'm ambassador for Greece, and my students here participate in this program. We are attending an online course, MOOC. The best student will be selected with the ambassador to go to India to be involved in the technical training. So what we will do, we're going to build nanosatellites, CubeSats, which will be sent to the moon during the next Chandrayaan-4 mission in 2027. So you can understand it's about a historical milestone. And the objective here is, of course, to leverage this untapped talent, to ignite passion, to transform young girls into confident leaders, shaping the future of STEM, and of course, encourage them to excel in traditionally male-dominated fields. It's about breaking down stereotypes, but also reaching for the impossible. Here is more or less an overview of this mission, how we will proceed, and why 108 countries? Because it's about unifying the global quest. So it's a global, actually, alliance. It's a symphony, as you see here, of brilliant minds from every corner of the earth. We try to reach for the stars, but we are making also global impact because by United Nations, we try to amplify our collective voice. And of course, it's not about building satellites, it's also building a global alliance. Embassies, institutes, ministries, NGOs, organizations are actually united to support this historical mission. So collaboration, international cooperation is the key here and what inspires a vision for the future. So here is an overview of the modules and what we're going to do. Probably this will be in August. Some similar programs addressed to underprivileged women, girls in rural areas were organized also by Space Kids India, like this one, as the start. It's a program which aims to empower economically disadvantaged girls in India. And what about representation and role models? The role of media is very important because actually media portrayals of scientists and astronauts play a significant role in shaping girls' interest by influencing their perceptions of who belongs in these fields and what success in STEM looks like. So when girls see women portrayed as competent, respected scientists or astronauts in media, it helps them envision themselves in similar roles. So this visibility can, of course, increase self-efficacy and challenge the stereotype that STEM is a male-dominated field. Also, we can see that how diverse and relatable portrayals help broaden the image of what a typical scientist looks like. The aspirational influence, exciting depictions of STEM careers can spark ambition in young viewers, especially when characters are showing joy in their work and overcoming challenges. And very important, normalization of STEM interest. Because when female characters in media pursue STEM naturally, it helps normalize those interests for girls. So when girls, for example, coding or fixing machines or excelling in maths, as part of everyday storytelling, this can shift the cultural expectations. And all starts from education. So early education, early exposure, I could say, to girls in this space education is important. Early engagement with science, with technology, with mathematics help girls develop the skills and self-belief needed to pursue complex subjects like astrophysics or aerospace engineering. Therefore, positive early experiences can counteract social messages that STEM is only for boys. And of course, programs like coding workshops or space camps give girls tangible, exciting experience that make STEM fun and engaging. How can schools help? What we need is use real-world connections, show how space science impacts life on Earth, like climate monitoring, satellite communication, medical innovations, to make it more relevant and engaging. Encourage design a more collaborative project, design activities that emphasize teamwork, creativity, problem solving, which research shows that can particularly resonate with many girls' learning styles. Connect students with female mentors in STEM and support space-related clubs in astronomy and robotics with inclusive leadership opportunities. Or design gender-inclusive curriculum. Avoid, this is very important, avoid gender-biased language and make sure that learning materials represent a balance of perspectives. And of course, incorporate creative and disciplinary activities. So blend space science with art, storytelling, or design in order to attract students with diverse interest. We know that already there are areas of improvement, definitely. There are many organizations like NASA, Girls Who Code, which offer programs specifically aimed at engaging girls. On the other hand, many schools now intentionally promote inclusive STEM clubs, boot camps, science fairs. The policy support education departments, many countries have adopted policies encouraging gender diversity in STEM, have some competitions, grants, now have quotas or more incentives to include girls and increased awareness because teachers and school systems are more aware of gender disparities and are working to break down all these stereotypes. The barriers remain there. Girls may self-select out of STEM activities due to internalized disbeliefs or the subtle discouragement. In schools with fewer resources, also STEM programs may be limited or extracurricular, and the unequal participation in leadership because even when girls join STEM clubs, they're less likely to take on leadership roles or be given most technical skills. And fewer female STEM teachers or mentors can actually mean less guidance and inspiration for girls. So the biggest barriers have to do with the lack of male roles, the issue of confidence gaps, and what we call in psychology imposter syndrome, the lack of awareness about opportunities. And here you can see, for example, the Matilda effect. What is the Matilda effect? The Matilda effect we have seen throughout the century, how many times women were excluded from recognitions, for example, the Nobel Prizes, how many times their work was attributed and credited to men, to their male counterparts. All these injustices throughout the year, we know the example of Liz Meitner or Rosalind Franklin, etc. So what we try to do nowadays is actually to mitigate the Matilda effect. The maternal role bias is this stereotype that when women have children, they cannot manage in the world of science. The low wage is still, and very, very important. What is happening, for example, in Europe or in Greece, is what we call leaky pipeline phenomenon. That girls enroll in the first year, for example, of computer science, but they don't manage to get a degree. So there is this leaky pipeline phenomenon. They don't manage to complete their studies. And as I said before, the media portrayals, which are not, which are rarely attractive, and the imposter syndrome, all the social beliefs which portray STEM for boys. This causes the imposter syndrome because girls often underestimate their abilities in maths and science, even when they perform equally or equally well or better than boys. So fear of failure or not being good enough can prevent them from pursuing high-level careers like aerospace engineering. So this is what actually the main challenges are: the lack of mentorship, the Matilda effect that I mentioned before here, the lack of recognition, the low wages, the leaky pipeline phenomenon, the imposter syndrome, the low confidence, the discriminations, the limited promotions, even in citations. We can see here that the citations are less for women in comparison to what is happening with men. And of course, the social pressure, because of the stereotype that women are better suited for caregiving or nurturing professions, this can lead to social pressure that pushes girls towards more traditionally feminine roles. So, what are the accommodations here? What we can do is design more gender-sensitive curricula, promote diversity and inclusive training, raise more public awareness, encourage more girls to take math science classes or expand after school and summer STEM opportunities for girls, increase awareness in higher education, career opportunities, emphasize more stronger and visible role models, prioritize more diverse, inclusive, and respectful environments. And in higher education in particular, we need to keep off track of and analyze all this, what is happening about the enrollment of women, retention rates, if we want to support them consulting, counseling regarding dropout prevention, Campaigns specifically targeted at girls in high school, very important. The online tools, monitoring, so evidence-based strategies. Create support centers for women, open spaces to discuss all these issues. Apply policies that allow for a good work-life balance and solidarity, of course, between women. So strategies also, if we talk about the workplace, have to do with implement bias-free recruitment processes, ensure that interview questions and evaluations are consistent and focused on the skills and qualifications relevant to the job, and this always reduces the opportunity for unconscious bias to influence decisions. The blind hiring, for instance, remove candidates' genders or names and other potentially bias-inducing information from the initial hiring stages to ensure that candidates are evaluated purely based on their qualifications. Promote gender-neutral job descriptions. Avoid language in job descriptions that may unintentionally appeal to one or more genders. Instead, we can use inclusive, more neutral language that reflects the diverse skills needed for the role. More flexible work options, of course, remote work or family-friendly policies, and more education for recruiters and hiring managers. Provide training on unconscious bias to everyone involved in the hiring process, including the human resource management or the hiring managers, the interviewers. This helps them recognize and mitigate biases in their decisions. And offer equal career advancement opportunities through fair promotions, the access to training, the diversity metrics, establish metrics for gender diversity at all levels of an organization, from entry level to senior leadership, and regularly review and report progress towards diversity roles. The feedback mechanism allows employees to anonymously report any concerns related to gender bias. Finally, here you can see what kind of scholarship and intensive training programs we can give to for girls in space. Here you can see, for example, Society of Engineers, Women in Space Foundation, all the young students who are interested in the space industry, they can explore all these websites, Zonta International Amelia, NASA, Internship from High School, Space Generation, Advisory Council, Blue Origin also. Blue Origin offers programs. And for training and outreach programs, Girl Who Code, She Can STEM campaign, many amazing opportunities. For mentorship also, mentorship is very, very important, especially for confidence building, as I said before, and mentors often introduce mentees to professional networks, helping them connect with institutions, with programs, with communities, actually support women in STEM. The role of parents is essential. The early exposure, it's up to them how to provide them role models, how to support the same way girls and boys, how to create opportunities for them. Already we have seen how women have contributed to innovation in the space field. We have, for example, the Catherine Jones. We have Valentina Tereshkova, first woman in space. Sally Ride, first American woman in space. Mae Jemison, first African American woman in space. And first female space shuttle pilot, Aileen Collins. Women help design systems for Apollo also, and shuttle missions. Often they work behind the scenes as programmers, as system engineers, and the modern contributions already in the International Space Station. We have the case also of amazing women like Peggy Whitson, Christina Koch, which actually all these women showed exceptional leadership in this field. So we need girls, more girls in the space field, because it's about more fresh perspective, innovative, diverse thinking. It's about more inclusive design. It's about empathy-driven leadership, because a recent study shows that the brain of women is more pro-social. Women have more collaborative abilities than men. So empathy-driven leadership, new research priorities, communication, outreach strengths, and of course, problem solving under pressure. Some positions that may be interesting for women, engineering roles. It's not only about becoming astronaut. It's not like this. There are also other attractive positions. They can be involved in science. They can be involved in mission operations, in manufacturing, in business policy and commercial support roles. Policies, already we have many space offices here in Greece also. We have a space office which collaborates with the European Space Agency. So we have also the United Nations Office for Outer Space Affairs, the UN Space for Women Initiative program. The goal is to promote gender equality in the space sector. The national space agencies, which provide advocacy, resources, international visibility, and what I'm doing here, the Greek Astronomy Space Society, the Annex of Salamis and Piraeus. As I said before, we organized many astronomy coding programs with motivation among girls to expand the family understanding of STEM education opportunities. We organize many astronauts. I can tell you that adults and young children are thrilled with the astronauts. They stay up to late to 3 a.m. and they keep asking questions about the universe. Support financial education of the privileged girls and provide unique opportunities for STEM teachers. All this has to do with how we can make science attractive to young children, how to make young children, especially girls, love science if it's possible at an early age, help them acquire some elements of the scientific method and help them increase scientific knowledge, their interest in STEM space-related careers. Here in Greece, with my students, we have created many projects which were awarded in many competitions. Here it was a project where students created the portraits of 30 eminent women scientists from Marie Curie till now. Projects which were awarded in the STEM competition organized by STEM Alliance and Scientix. It's a science education community here in Europe. And I have also designed programs for women. This one was very successful. It was implemented in Nigeria. It's called Gender-Based Violence, Why Peace is a much better option, because in Nigeria they're facing very high rates of gender violence there. And it was implemented in public schools there in order to help young children change mindset and become less aggressive. Thank you very much for your attention. And I love the topic today. Many voices, one science. That's why I decided to speak about this one, share my experiences in space. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. This is what many voices, one person like without your talk, at least for 5 minutes itself, my events will not be successful, ma'am, since last many meetings. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
At this juncture, I request any of the participant side, if you wish to interact with Dr. Rania, ma'am, it is welcome. This is the time for discussions. So any of the participant side or guest side, speaker side, if you wish to interact with Rania, ma'am.
Yes, this space program, it's will take place in August, and we will get the technical training there for 10 days approximately in a chapter of ISRO. So we will build satellites which will be sent to the moon with 108 girls and ambassadors from 108 countries. So it's a historical milestone for us to build something which will be sent to the moon. And the most important that we engage girls in this endeavor. And all this thanks to India. India again is a leader, a pioneer in this initiative because it's an Indian initiative.
Thank you, ma'am. Or any of the discussions, any feedback from the participant side. I request anyone please speak about. Because this is a symposium, we need to discuss. I request Dr. Gayatri, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. Could you please speak
Yeah.
a few words, ma'am?
Yeah, sure. Good evening, everybody. This is actually a great occasion, and with the upcoming Women's Day, International Women's Day, and as such, coming by March 8th and all. So we look forward to raising our voices for equal justice, parity, compassion, and many things that are happening in the world where women have a hand of their own, whether it is in policy decision making or even in any other areas of expertise, academics, knowledge, research, scientific, technological, and even technical innovation. So I really appreciate ma'am's speech that has she has elaborately given an insight to all the things that are happening world across, and appreciate to hear more from her next time in the next programs that are happening through Sidvi. Thank you so much, Aparna ma'am, as well as Aruna ma'am, as well as Rania ma'am. That's really a insightful thought process that you have given us. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you,
you
ma'am.
very much. And as I said in the beginning of my presentation, that recently I got a shocking statistic from the European Union, from Eurydice, which explores educational systems in the Europe, and showed that the number of women, of girls engaged in STEM is decreasing, or in some cases is totally stable. And this is very, very paradoxical because we organize so many events for women, so many initiatives, so many programs. This is very paradoxical and very alarming. In my country also, the number of women in computer science fell by 10%. And this is the leaky pipeline phenomenon that I said before. They start, they enroll, but they don't manage to finish. And this has to do with still a lack of confidence, and how the world of science is still hostile towards women. This is what the experts of the European Union say, that the lack of confidence is still the major problem. The gender stereotypes are still there. So I hope that Sidvi Foundation, with all these amazing initiatives, will help young girls involved in more programs and more science programs. With all these amazing opportunities that we gave Sidvi Foundation and Sidvi Society for Research and Development. Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Aruna.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. By your good wishes itself, we are getting some opportunities to be associated with some of the organizations also, ma'am. Either it is government sector or private sector itself. And we are about to organize one more conference on languages, in which again you will be one of the eminent speaker, ma'am. So on 27th. And 28th also we are organizing one more on the occasion of National Science Day, to commemorate the services of Dr. Sir C.V. Raman for Raman effect, ma'am. So in India we are celebrating his birthday as this National Science Day. So Sidvi Foundation organizes every year National Science Day with a seminar or conference like that. So this year also we are organizing one conference on that day, ma'am. Yes.
Wonderful,
And
wonderful.
afterwards, Sidvi Foundation is about to honor all my stalwarts, lady stalwarts, and some of the women. Sidvi Foundation is planning to give some awards on that International Women's Day on 8th March. We are about to come forward with the award ceremony exclusively for women on International Women's Day on March 8th.
Fantastic, fantastic.
Yes,
We look
thank you so
forward
much.
and thank you.
Actually, the next speaker also, I request all the presenters, whomever are there in the meeting, along with Rania ma'am also, to please be like in the meeting without any disturbance, because whatever we are going to have the next presentation, that is a very needy and very important and very useful for all of us. And on this occasion, I would like to call upon Dr. Kirti ma'am.
Namaste. Hello everyone.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Dr. Kirti Mahendra, certified Agnihotra teacher from Vishwa Foundation, Shivapuri, Akkalkot, Maharashtra. Ma'am is about to give her talk on Agnihotra and mind, the forgotten connection. Over to you, ma'am. We are all very eagerly waiting to hear from you, ma'am.
Yes, thank you so much. Hello everyone. I'm joined here with one of our Agnihotra teachers, Mrs. Jyotsna Kulkarni. She is also here in the meeting. She will be showing us the demonstration how to perform Agnihotra. So we'll just start the talk, and then in between I will request her to present or show us how to perform Agnihotra. Agnihotra is nothing but a smallest form of yajna, which is to be performed daily at local sunrise and sunset timings. For that, we need few things which are very easy to procure, because usually we feel that whenever we have to perform any yajna, any homa we have to do, we need lot many things to collect. We need lot of materials. We need lot many money, people, time. Everything is involved. But this is the simplest form of yajna, which is given to the world by Param Sadguru Shri Gajanan Maharaj from Akkalkot. And he was the one who rejuvenated the Vedic technique. Earlier, if we see the references, actually, I'm by profession an Ayurveda doctor. So when we start studies of Ayurveda, we come across many references of Ayurveda in Vedas, and there we came across, few references which said that earlier the treatment was to be done with the yajna mainly. So they were using very less medicines, but the main treatment, main focus was do the yajna chikitsa. So any problem, there are, we see many suktas also in Atharva Veda. We find many suktas where they have spoken about many herbs, how to use them for various types of homas, and suktas for the diseases also, or for the treatment of the diseases also. So with that reference, we have started our work, how we can use Agnihotra in the form of treatment. So then we came across many references of various types of homas and yajnas in Ayurvedic classics also. One of the references says that the pregnant lady, she has to perform Agnihotra, she has to give offerings to the fire daily at sunrise and sunset. Then we came across some references where it said that whatever we are giving to the Agni, that is been sprayed into the universe, into the atmosphere, and that is going through our nostrils. So we are inhaling that medicated smoke, and that is reaching to directly to the higher centers, that is the brain. And all our sensory organs are located into the brain. And there, when the direct inhalation is happening, we are getting a positive or tranquilizing effect over there. So that is helping the brain to relax a lot and to calm down. So this has been found very useful in people who are anxious or depressed, or people who are addicted to various substances, like it can be alcohol, drugs, smack, etc. Then it was found that the children who are having attention deficit disorders, for these children also, performance of Agnihotra has given lot of relief. Then we have come across some references where it says that Agnihotra ash, when it is used, it reduces the it changes the pH of water and it makes it alkaline. So everyone knows that whenever there is acidic base, the bacterial growth or the disease formation is at its peak. But when the pH of the blood or pH of the body is into alkaline, so there are more chances of our body having more healthy status. Ayurveda believes that health is not mere absence of disease. Then it is the, what do you say? It is the best or optimum presentation of our body as well as mind. So Indriya, Atma and Manas, they are also involved along with the physic or the body. So for that tranquilizing effect, usually we hear that, there are many tranquilizers or the medicines which when you consume, they give the tranquilizing effect. But then they do have a lot of side effects also. But when we are performing Agnihotra, the positive effect is there on the mind, and it was found that the EEG taken was showing the same status as of the stage of Samadhi Avastha or Tranquility Avastha. Then that proves that whenever we are performing Agnihotra, or whenever we are sitting in the atmosphere where Agnihotra is being performed, we are getting the tranquilizing effect. And also the absorption is subcutaneous, that is through the skin also the absorption happens. Then we can use this Agnihotra ash as a fertilizer, or to store the grains, and or to use it into a medicine in the form of, like, you can mix it with honey and you can consume it as a cup syrup, or that gives very good results actually. Then mixed with the ghee, and you can apply that for the skin problems. So all these things we are working on that. So I'm really grateful to Aruna ma'am, because she always calls me and she gives me the chance to share the knowledge of Agnihotra with all of you. And as she said, this is really essential for the woman health, because it is observed that whenever a woman is healthy, or in a family, when a lady or of that house is healthy, both physically and mentally, that helps to strengthen the whole family. If she is not well, if she is under certain depression or any kind of pressure, that automatically affects the whole family. So we just have to make sure that women of our house, they are happy. Of course, men also need to be happy, but as women are more connected to the children, or to everyone in the home, so we have to take care of their mental health also. So let us just see the demonstration of Agnihotra and how we can perform. And it is very uh, easy technique. We can perform Agnihotra easily. There are certain rules, I will explain that. uh, can we have Josna? Josna, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. Can you please show that Agnihotra part? Okay. So there are 5 disciplines when we are performing Agnihotra. The first one is the copper pyramid shaped pot. All of us have seen the pyramids, and we have seen the pyramids in Egypt where they are preserving the dead bodies. Here, we are using the pyramid in an open way so that it spreads out whatever we are burning. Then you can see the second thing is cow dung cakes. Can you just show 1 or 2 pieces, please? Yes, so this is a cow dung. So this essentially has to be of cow dung only. No other animal's dung we are going to use, because cow dung is having medicinal effect. And earlier in villages they were using the cow dung to smear the walls. And cow dung is having antibacterial effect also, healing effect also. Copper is a very good conductor of heat and electricity. We use copper as a medicine, and it has an effect over the body, and it helps to reduce the toxicity in our body. Then the third one is the offerings, which is in the form of uncooked unbroken whole grain rice smeared with cow's ghee. Again, cow's ghee we are using, which is having healing effect, and it is having positive effect on our brain, on our screen on skin, on our eyes, on our intellect and the whole body. And it is a very good medicine to heal. Whenever there are wounds, we can use ghee as a medicine for the healing. It excels the healing process. Then the fourth discipline here is local sunrise and sunset timing. So wherever we are, whichever place we are in, we have to find out the local sunrise and local sunset timings. And 5 minutes before that sunrise and sunset timings, we have to start preparing the fire, and then we have to give the offerings exactly at sunrise and sunset timings. We have developed one app, that is Vishwa Agnihotra app, which gives you local sunrise and sunset timing. So once you download the app and you click on the live location, it will give you the local sunrise and sunset timings wherever you are. So you just need 5 minutes preparation to do, and we will see the actual process shortly. Then the fifth one is the mantras. There are 2 mantras in morning and 2 mantras in the evening. So in the morning, we are saying Suryaya Swaha, Suryaya Idam Namama, Prajapataye Swaha, Prajapataye Idam Namama. So when we say Swaha, we have to give the offering. In the evening, we say Agnaye Swaha, Agnaye Idam Namama, Prajapataye Swaha, Prajapataye Idam Namama. Now you can see that she is lighting the fire. We have to keep the cow dung cakes in hashtag way so that there is proper ventilation. We have not put anything else. 1 piece of cow dung, dried cow dung, of course, we have taken and we have smeared with cow's ghee, and we have lit the fire. Now, within 3 to 4 minutes, the fire will lit properly. So you just have to start this 5 minutes before the local sunrise and sunset timings. And once your watch shows exactly the timings. Say, for example, today's sunset Agnihotra is at 6:57. So you just have to start 5 minutes before that, and once your clock shows 6:57, you have to give the offerings. Please remember, and this is just a demonstration. We are not performing Agnihotra here because this is not a local sunrise or sunset timings. So I will request Jyotsna to show, both the offerings, how we can do. So now we can see that the fire is burning properly, and we assume that it is sunrise time, and we will chant the sunrise mantras. So Suryaya Swaha, Suryaya
Yes.
Idam Namama, Prajapataye Swaha, Prajapataye Idam Namama. So that concludes our morning Agnihotra or sunrise Agnihotra. After that, you can just meditate, you can sit, you can work, you can do your chanting or whatever work you are doing. You can straight away get up and you can do that work if you don't have time. If possible, you can sit, you can meditate with the fire, you can inhale the smoke. And don't worry, no one in the family, if they are willing to join, it is okay. You just start performing. They are at home, so they are going to inhale the medicated smoke. Even the plants and the animals in the family, in the house, they will get benefited. Now the morning Agnihotra is over. We will keep the pot as it is. We will empty the pot in the evening again 5 to 7 minutes before the sunset timings. And again we will light the fire. And assuming that it is sunset timings, we'll see the offerings now. Agnaye Swaha, Agnaye Idam Namama, Prajapataye Swaha, Prajapataye idam namama. So this concludes the evening Agnihotra. Again, you can just relax, meditate, work, whatever you want to do, you can just go ahead. Then let it settle down till the next day morning. Next day morning, again you empty the pot and start the procedure. So by doing this, you are going to get the 24 hours protection in your home. So sunrise to sunset, sunset to sunrise. There is one hymn in the Vedas which says, Sayam Sayam Grahapatirno Agni Prata Prata Saumanasya Prata Prata Grahapatirno Agni Sayam Sayam Saumanasya. That means the Agnihotra which is performed in the evening will give you the tranquility of mind till next day morning. Agnihotra performed in the morning will give you the tranquility of mind till the evening. So that way we are getting the 24 hours protection. So by doing this, what are we going to achieve? As we said, we are going to achieve the tranquility of mind, and that is very much essential nowadays because all the diseases are psychosomatic diseases. No disease nowadays is there which involves only body, because more than the body, our mind is playing a big game. And when we say, I am having pain, I'm having pain, and that feeling the body absorbs like a wave, and then we are more troubled. So with these thoughts, so we need to control our thought, we need to work on our thought, and we have to see that how we can maintain the positivity in our life. Now you have seen this Agnihotra uh, procedure. It is so simple, it just took 5 minutes. It took more time to explain what it is and how it helps. And then, you can just keep it as it is. Just make sure if you have small kids, pets at home, so it should be in a place where they cannot touch, and, just to follow the fire safety. Once you start performing Agnihotra, you can perform in your home, in your office, in your, farm, garden, terrace, anywhere, wherever you wish. It is okay if you can perform one time at one place and the evening or morning time in another place. That doesn't matter. That will still give you the positive effect because you are going to get the effect. And it is not necessary that if you start performing Agnihotra, you only have to continue. Anyone in your family can continue or can perform the Agnihotra in your absence or in your presence also. Many people can sit and attend, but offerings to be given by only one person. So this is the smallest form of yajna, as we said again in the beginning, and which is to be performed daily at local sunrise and sunset timings with these requisites as the copper pot of the specific dimensions. It should not be with the rings or, should not be flat. Then the cow dung cakes to burn. the whole grain rice smeared with cow's ghee to give the offerings, two set of mantras, and the local sunrise and sunset timings. These are the only requisites. It does not matter about your religion, caste, culture, creed, socio-economic status, or gender. Anyone and everyone who is a human being can perform the Agnihotra. Okay, so this we have, we have to see that we are able to perform Agnihotra. It is very easy to perform, and please feel free to contact me through Aruna Madam if anyone requires more detail about it. And now you can ask questions also. So I think we need to do a lot of work on that, because we are not burning here anything else apart from the uncooked, unbroken rice grain smeared with cow's ghee. We are not using any herbs in this or any other material. We have done lot many experiments with various combinations, and we found that this combination, whatever we have been promoting, is the best combination to get the desired results. Thank you so much, Aruna ma'am. Thank you so much, Sidvi Foundation. And thank you so much, everyone, for the patient listening. So you can ask questions if anyone is having any question.
Uh, Thank you, ma'am. Actually,
Thank
before asking the participants or guests, I myself have one doubt, not question.
you.
So nowadays, at our homes itself, ma'am, we are making some some puja, some worship to the god like that. At that time, we used to make these agarbattis, etc., doop sticks like that. And nowadays, whatever the flowers they are being using to offer the god, they are being again making as doop sticks and agarbattis. But recently I had done that, and I myself, whatever the flowers I use to decorate to the god, at my home itself, I make them as doop sticks, and again I'll use to the god. One of my friends asked that nowadays some scientists or some people, they are saying that don't use doop sticks because the fumes are again harmful to the like health, like that they are saying. So how far we can justify these fumes whenever we inhale, those are not harmful to our body? How can we justify, ma'am?
Yes. Thank you so much, ma'am, for this question, because this is the most asked question, frequently asked questions we get. We are making sure that we are burning the cow dung without any impurity. So there is no mud, no grass in that, no other impurities in that. And for that, we are advising to take the cow dung cakes from the local, people who are rearing the cows, so that they will have the local breed cows and they will not be feeding with the hybrid food to the cows. Also, the cows will be going in the lands for grazing. So those cows, that cow dung cake will have the, of course, the medicinal effect. And we are making sure we are not adding any adulterants to that, like camphor or anything in that one, or no other sticks. So which will definitely not give any kind of impure gases. And it has been studied. The pollution, the cities which are having high pollution readings, in those cities they have performed Agnihotra, and they have taken the readings which has proven that it has the positive effect on the atmosphere. So we always say a slogan that perform Agnihotra and heal the atmosphere, because uh, we are talking about the fire element, and out of the five element, all the remaining four elements are polluted: air, water, space, and earth. They are all polluted. Only fire is not polluted because we cannot pollute it. So we are using this to remove the pollution in the atmosphere, in the land, and in the water. So for that reason, if we are sure that we are burning the pure cow dung cakes and no other adulterants we are using, then 100% there is no harmful smoke coming out of that. Definitely not. Even asthma people also can perform Agnihotra without any problem. And if you are able to arrange the cow dung cakes in the proper way, like she has just now done, we could see the nice flame coming out, is it not? So that is the only solution we can have.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Now I request anyone from the participant side and the distinguished guest side, if you wish to interact with Dr. Kirti ma'am.
Yes, I have one question.
Hello. Hi.
Yes, okay. Warm congratulations, Dr. Kirti. It's a very, very interesting presentation.
Thank you.
Just one question. You mentioned that this had smoothing effect for people with special needs, with special deficits, something like that. So, how do you have tangible studies on this? How this worked on people with special problems or special needs or special education needs or special learning needs? Or
Okay. We have observed that there are lot many positive effects after performance of Agnihotra. So even if those people are able to sit and attend, they are going to inhale the fumes, and those fumes are going to have the direct action on their brain. And brain is the center for higher functions, from where all the things are controlled. So definitely they are going to get the positive results. We have got very good results in ADHD children, and even the people who are suffering from anxiety and depression, we have got very good results. We have done lot many surveys also. There also we found that these people are getting positive results.
so people with mental health issues. So great, great.
They're definitely positive.
It's very interesting. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Anybody else who wish to interact with Dr. Kirti ma'am?
Hello, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am, cow dung. Good evening, ma'am. Namaste.
Namaste.
Adab and good evening to all there, esteemed guests and speakers. What a good evening today is. Kya sama or samaroh. Okay, ma'am. Thank you for your very interesting lecture, ma'am. Indian knowledge system. Okay, so cow dung can we have to what you call to remove? I mean, like bed of mosquitoes.
Madam, whatever we are doing here, that will definitely have the positive effect on the atmosphere. Why we get the mosquitoes? Because of the pollution only, because people are storing water and the mosquitoes are increasing. So all those things are connected with each other, and only smoke will make them run for some time. But we have to see that we stop the production of the mosquitoes. But of course, with Agnyatra smoke, we are able to purify the atmosphere. Yes. And we are not looking to Agnihotra as a, just air purifier or something. We are looking far beyond that. We are looking for the healing of the atmosphere, because we all keep talking about the pollution and the acid rains and ozone layer and all those things we keep on talking. And because of the increased pollution, lot many pollutants are there which we are inhaling on day-to-day basis. Lot many pollutants are getting diluted in the water and we are drinking that water. Lot many pollutants we are finding in the soil which we are consuming indirectly. You know, and for coming out of that and for healing the atmosphere, this procedure is very much essential, and it is having a big contributory effect also. That is what we have found out.
Yes. Nice.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Kirti ma'am. Anybody else who
Thank
wish
you.
to interact with Dr. Kirti ma'am? Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. I know now you
Yes.
are at a very hectic schedule. Even though the commitment and like whatever the word you had given to me, that has been fulfilled, ma'am, today. Thank you so much, ma'am, and so
Thank you
sorry
so
for
much.
making so sorry for
No,
making you much troubled, ma'am. Thank you.
no, no, that's okay. And I would like to thank Mrs. Jyotsna also for the support, and with
Yes,
her
ma'am.
help only I could give the demonstration of Agnihotra. Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank
everyone
you.
for the day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We'll meet again in International Women's Day, ma'am, because we are going to announce
Definitely.
awards those whomever
Oh,
given the talks now today in Global Women Breakfast. Thank you, ma'am.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you so much. Definitely. It's always pleasure to be with you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Uh, without much delay, I wish to move upon to the next speaker, Dr. Pavanjit Kaur ma'am, Assistant Professor Chemistry, School of Mechatronics Engineering, Symbiosis Skills and Professional University, Pune, Maharashtra. Ma'am is going to give the talk of title, Artificial Intelligence in Wastewater Management, Opportunities, Challenges and Emerging Trends. Over to Dr. Pavanjit ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for inviting me here. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You're audible.
All right. Ma'am, is my screen visible? I
Not yet.
suppose not yet. All right.
Yes, ma'am. Now it came, ma'am.
All right, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. Firstly, I would like to thank Dr. Aruna for inviting me here on this International Global Women Breakfast, which we are celebrating by IUPAC Global Women Breakfast 2026. Uh, we are gathered here today for celebrating the United Nations Day for Women and Girls in Science, reminding us that science is the most important part of our lives. It's not just about the equations, it's not just about the experiments or the publications. Rather, it is incorporating people, purpose, and responsibility. So, thank you so much for inviting me here. Being the part of Global Women Breakfast is always amazing. My talk today would be emphasizing on how artificial intelligence is required in wastewater treatment. Whenever we talk about the wastewater treatment, we must remind of sustainability first, right? And for the sustainable future, we need to ensure that wastewater management is happening properly. If we talk about the scenarios about last decade, it has been observed that wastewater treatment has undergone multiple changes. Earlier, it was just the wastewater treatment, but nowadays, with the incorporation of AI, there are AI and its related field in wastewater treatment. Although there are few challenges that we are going to discuss in my presentation today, but we will be discussing the future as well as we will be discussing few case studies which have been successfully implemented AI in the wastewater treatment. Okay, now let's start with it. If we talk about water quality, we have observed since past 3 to 4 decades, the water quality is getting degraded day by day. It is having challenges. Always there been challenges for treatment of water, but if we say with the increase of industrialization, the global wastewater is increased 80% because it is getting discharged into aquatic ecosystems. It is harming our ecosystem, our environment, and public health. And looking upon the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, wastewater treatment is promoting the recycling and productive reuse of treated water, which comes under 6.3 target of SDG by 2030. It also supported by SDG 7.8, 11.3, 12.5, and 13.2. So talking about all the scenarios from past few decades in the area of sustainable water solutions, we need to sure that traditional wastewater treatments are getting some upgrade. For example, we as a teacher, as a faculty members, or as a students, or as a researchers, we have shifted from hardcore research to the smart research. Nowadays, we are adopting artificial intelligence tools to do the smart work in a similar manner, rather relying upon the physical, chemical, or biological methods for traditional wastewater treatment. If we incorporate AI as a transformative tool, it will help us in optimization of filtration, aeration, and chemical dosing. And along with that, it will be giving us the predictive analysis by which we can have more sustainable wastewater management solution. So what is AI? It's the simulation of human intelligence in machine, which rely upon machine learning, deep learning, and computer vision to have an adaptive, scalable, and improvement of data so that we can have data-driven decision making, pattern recognition, and automation in all the environmental system, whether it is environmental sustainability, whether it is soil degradation, whether it is wastewater treatment, everywhere we need to ensure the data driven decision making. That is why AI is important in environmental systems. If we talk about the traditional wastewater management overview, the key steps were always collection of the wastewater, then treatment, and then disposal of the wastewater, or we were reusing it as shown in the diagram. So the type of wastewater that was getting treated was domestic, industrial, and agriculture. But we have observed that there are few challenges. For example, high energy consumption is there when we are treating water by traditional methods. And there are many manual operation where human requirement is there for operating, how much doses is required, whether it's a chemical doses or how much cooling is required for that particular thing, how much effluent is getting discharged to the sewer. So by the manual operations, there were always unpredictable inputs. But when AI got immersed in wastewater treatment, it is revolutionizing it properly. By AI driven automation, the treatment plants they can efficiently control filtration process, aeration process, even the chemical dosing, how much chemical we want to uh, pour in that particular wastewater management system. Ultimately, it is reducing operational costs because by doing the predictive analysis on the basis of that, taking decisions, uh, it is actually improving the wastewater treatment and management. It helps us in real time monitoring with the help of IoT sensors. It is helping in predictive maintenance, and all the AI advancements they are enhancing the efficiency and sustainability. So, how it is getting applicable in the wastewater treatment? Firstly, in the smart monitoring system, we are having real time data analysis from sensors, which are actually getting fed to machine learning models for better control and prediction of the analysis and the better monitoring. For fault detection and the pre diagnosis before actually some imbalance happen, before any blockage happen, before any pipe burst happen, we can already detect the fault and diagnose it accordingly. For all the dynamic process control, it will adjust aeration, chemical dosing, and pumping. For if we talk about energy efficiency, it reduces the overuse of pumps or the blowers or the heaters. And ultimately, machine learning is helping us in predicting before the actual testing, it is predicting BOD level, COD level, the pH, and the turbidity. The entire TDS before getting discharged, we are forecasting before that. So it would be eventually helpful for all the rural areas and the areas where actually development is going on, all the areas where these many industries are there. We require the AI based systems. Talking about AI models for wastewater management system, these are the models that are being applied for improving efficiency, reducing environmental footprint, optimal resource use, water reuse, and resource recovery, and for prevention of infrastructure maintenance or any other faults. If we talk about traditional approaches versus AI approaches, as we can see in the traditional approaches, we were providing the input. We were having certain rules and regulation where we were providing it to model, and accordingly we were getting the output. But as per the AI based computational methods, we are providing input and predictive output as well to the AI model as per the rules that we are selecting, whether it has to be fully automated, whether we want reactive analysis or predictive analysis, which type of optimization we are requiring in our decision making. So we are training all the rules. Accordingly, we are providing the new inputs to the AI model, and accordingly, we are getting the outputs. So it is not just where we were using effluents treatment by using chemical or nanoabsorbents or any other method, but rather we are predicting earlier what fault could be there and how much requirements are there as per the chemicals, as per the reactive mechanisms. All the predictions we can done in one go. AI research trends, if we talk about the scenarios since past decade, we can easily see that in 2024 and in 2025, up to December 2025, there were this much database which have utilized AI and machine learning in wastewater treatment. And bibliometric analysis, it is showing us that 30 times more published articles were there in AI and wastewater treatment. And the most search cloud, word cloud in wastewater treatment was artificial intelligence, wastewater, machine learning, predictive analysis, sewage, bioreactors. These words are actually frequent in terms of research scenarios, current research scenarios. Now, talking about the opportunities of AI in wastewater treatment, it is doing real time monitoring and predictive maintenance by using sensors. Sensors could be soft sensors, it could be mechanical sensors, it could be chemical sensors. And along with that, they are using machine learning to predict the equipment failure. Along with that, nowadays we are talking a lot about circular economy, where we are minimizing the energy consumption, where we are minimizing the waste production, right? There comes AI, where it actually optimizes the process, it optimizes the aeration and sludge control. Ultimately, it is reducing the energy consumption. And if we talk about automation of operators, it's not like that human intervention is completely blocked over there, but no, rather it is getting reduced by using intelligent control systems. So human AI collaboration is required in wastewater treatment at current scenarios. It is, as I told, it is not actually replacing the human operator, but it amplifies the capability where we can have automation of repetitive tasks. We can enhance decision making with data driven insights, which ultimately increase the efficiency and cost saving. It is actually a real time collaboration between AI and human being. And by this communication methods, we can have personalized experiences. For example, if we are having a wastewater that is coming from an industry which is using more heavy metals. Accordingly, we can feed the data to machine learning models that we want to treat. These were the heavy metals that got detected in particular water, and now we want to treat that. Accordingly, it will provide us the predictive analysis. Similarly, if not talking about the heavy metals, but any other effluents which are toxic, any other pathogens are there. So we can feed that data and accordingly we can get the output in for the wastewater treatment plants. Emerging trends are there
in AI for wastewater treatment, which include quantum computing, which secure the communication, which improve accuracy in terms of monitoring or prediction, and it optimize the water management distribution applications. With blockchain technology, we again secure the data. We can have water supply chain management and traceability of all the effluents, all the impurities. We can have water allocation systems and smart meters data integration. With the smart robotics, we are doing the task automatically where human involvement is not required. For example, where we are dealing with heavy metals, we can make such cobots or such robots where they are actually picking up all those um, heavy metal wastewater samples, rather human actually picking that. It will actually helping in the public health solutions. So if we have AR or VR, augmented reality, virtual reality, or metaverse, there we can easily detect the leaks, all the trainings, and we can train our educators, water scientists, how to use AI mostly for the wastewater treatment by more efficient data visualization. With the help of Internet of Things, we can have wired or wireless communications, wireless connections. We have sensor network and smart meters that actually detect the predictive analysis for wastewater treatment. By using the digital twin technology, rather, we are manufacturing the actual wastewater treatment plant for small scenarios. For example, if you want to treat the laboratory wastewater, we can have digital twin technology where we actually, rather being physically involved with all those predictive analysis, we can have digital twin for the small scale. And if it got successful, then we can utilize it up to larger industrial scale, which will actually help our cost expenditure, as at the same time it will save the energy which is required nowadays. Well, challenges are always there in AI implementation, because when we talk about the traditional wastewater management plants or the treatment plants, the maximum amount of workers which are working over there are not fully equipped with AI implementation technologies. Many times it happens that skill talent is lacking in the industry. There could be lack of data standardization, which is required for wastewater management. Regulatory hurdles are always there. Data security is always there, which is required. And many times it happens that treatment plant owners, they are thinking that operational cost for AI implementation would be more, and return or investments we are having lesser. If we talk about the traditional treatment plants at small scale, which are there in the rural areas of India, or and many times it happens that model doesn't interpret properly because we are not giving the prompts properly. Trust issues are always there, security issues are always there. It require a lot of change in the management, which not every management is ready for. Many times organizations are resisting completely the use of AI. Although ethical and regulatory concerns are always there in terms of data privacy, which include location, chemical use, industrial secrets are also getting leaked many times. Algorithmic bias is also there, because when we are training the algorithms, when we are training the AI based models, due to poor training, many times it happens that data will be inaccurate in terms of prediction. Whenever we are doing data optimization, it would be wrong. It is not precise. Transparency is something which is required for explainable AI models. Regulation lags are also there because policies at the traditional treatment plans or even modern treatment plans, the policies are not aligned with AI deployment. Talking about the notable case studies which have successfully implemented AI in the wastewater facilities, that was first one I'm talking about Singapore's wastewater management facilities. They have used predictive analytics, they have used real time monitoring to optimize filtration and chemical dosing. Because Yesterday only I was teaching my students about the chemical doses. Whenever we are providing the chemical dose to certain water treatment plant, I'm not talking about the bigger plant, I'm talking about at laboratory level. So chemical dosing is very much important. If we increase the chemical, it's not always necessary that we are getting the sludge or we are getting the impurities at the sink. It is always not necessary. Many times it happens that chemical dosing we are providing overdoses, and we know the chemicals which are required for wastewater treatment are extremely expensive, right? So it is very important that dosing has to be appropriate. So if we are using AI powered systems, it will optimize the chemical dose. Ultimately, it will reduce the energy consumption as well. In Germany, they have used energy optimization with digital twin technology, where they are using AI to create a virtual replica of a treatment system. There, they are having real time data analysis from the sensors. They are feeding it into the digital model and it simulates the operational scenarios. And accordingly, engineers, all the water treatment engineers, they are taking decisions before on the real bigger water treatment system. Before that they are taking decisions before implementing over there. And what is the impact of it? It identify inefficiencies in energy uses. Achieved energy saving was this much per year. And ultimately, if we are saving the energy, then we are reducing the greenhouse gas emissions as well. Then we talk about the wastewater treatment plant in Denmark. They have integrated machine learning to enhance aeration control, uh, to cut down the operational cost. But the water quality standards they were maintaining high as per the international standards. In India, also, we have used a portable AI for rural sewage monitoring. There are many startups nowadays, many research institutions are working on low cost AI and IoT systems. Almost all the emerging research institutions they are working for sustainability, and for achieving the sustainability the first priority is taking care of water bodies, and they are having decentralized plants in rural areas at their institute levels. How it generally work, we are having simple sensors where they are detecting pH, turbidity, and flow rate. The flow rate could be of effluents, flow rate could be of the chemicals that we are using, and flow rate could be of all the impurities. So the AI models, they are actually sensing how much contamination is there, all the anomalies they are talking about, and that data they are transferring by using mobile network to the monitoring centers. And from there, the local government organizations or NGOs or all the research organizations who are working for wastewater treatment plants, they are monitoring the plants remotely, which reduce the need of frequent site visit. It enable early detection of system failure and chemical imbalances. Government has also taken few initiatives by making these many policies to achieve United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, where they are utilizing efficient treatment and they are doing actually the productive reuse of wastewater. That is the prime attention, and for that purpose, Atal Mission for Government of India, it was there in 2021. They are ensuring the water security in urban areas by expansion of water supply and sewage infrastructure. They are collecting 100% of the wastewater, whether it is coming from domestic use, coming from industrial use, coming from upgrowing the growing sites, or whether it is talking about the wastewater from the polluted rivers that we are having. So we are integrating the smart technologies with those wastewater systems. Even Municipal Corporation of Gurugram, Haryana, they have installed a pilot scale sensor based modern sewer monitoring system, which timely detect and alert officials for sewer failure. And accordingly, they are having the preventive directions, preventive maintenance. If we talk about future of AI in waste treatment, wastewater treatment, it's always there. Even we are talking about solid waste management. There also AI is required for significant advancements. If we are integrating our wastewater management system with renewable energy to enhance sustainability, to enhance efficiency, to reduce the energy consumption, we require AI. We have smart driven systems that can optimize energy consumption by actually synchronizing wastewater treatment operations. Policies has to be there, regulatory framework has to be there for AI adoption so that all the taking there would be taking care of all the environmental standards so that while talking about AI adoption and fostering innovation at actually wastewater treatment plants, we need to take care of all the environmental standards. For example, the TDS value, how much we are getting. We need to ensure that we are feeding that data into our wastewater management plants so that accordingly it will give the productive predictive analysis. Governments, industries, they are always going to collaborate, but one thing which is missing till now, which is keenly being observed, that was the lack of collaboration between industries, government, and research organizations. We have these many research institutes, faculties working day and night for wastewater treatment, but their research is actually up to for the publication of research papers or the patents, and afterwards they are not collaborating enough with the government organizations or with the industries to collaborate on coming up with the certain sustainable solution which would be intelligent, cost effective, and environmentally responsible. The main reason behind it, the main reason why we are not deploying AI into wastewater treatment, the main reason is multidisciplinary collaboration is required here. Here we require computational engineer, we require data scientists, here we require all the mathematician to do all the calculation, we require chemical engineer who can actually look upon the chemical operations, all the unit operations they can look upon. We require people from various sciences, we require people from microbiology to look upon the pathogens which are there in the wastewater treatment. We require biotechnology people who can actually converting those impurities into something more sustainable. We sustainable products. We require many of the chemistry, nanochemistry, nanotechnology scientists. We require people from physics. We require people from environmental sciences. We require people from engineering background, so that not to forget, we require people from mechatronics engineering, because these treatment plans require the collaboration for all, and government, of course, to generate the policies, to make the policies, industry to launch those products, and academia to teach properly wastewater management at all the classes, all the levels, so that the students and the teachers collaboratively they took part into the research of wastewater treatment, because it is required nowadays, it is the need of the hour. Otherwise we would be lacking of the potable water in no time. So on my concluding remarks, artificial intelligence, it is upgrading the wastewater systems, wastewater management systems by enhancing efficiency, reducing the cost, and improving environmental sustainability. Although AI is offering significant opportunities for automation, challenges are always there that we need to address. AI continuously is going to evolve. Its role would be increasing day by day. It is aligning with renewable energy solutions. But at the same time, we need more collaboration for advanced AI adoption. We must ensure that we are responsibly implementing AI in wastewater treatment, because we need to meet at the end growing global demand for clean water. And for that purpose, we need to take care of these things at our own level. These were the references which I have used for my presentation. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, I would be happy to interact and answer those queries. Sorry for my voice.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for your wonderful presentation and
Thank you, ma'am.
very good information itself. Yes, ma'am. Rania, ma'am. Dr. Rania, ma'am, please.
Thank you, Dr. Aruna. I'd like to congratulate Dr. Pagunjit Kaur.
Thank you, ma'am.
During the last conference, I had presented something similar. But I wanted to ask you because here in Greece, we have many issues concerning waste management.
All right.
Water shortage in Greece, especially during summer, is a really growing problem, especially on islands during the high touristic season. And it happens even though winter rainfall can be significant. So the issue is about tourism pressure or and agriculture also in infrastructure problems. And much of this water, now, for example, this period, we have many rainfalls, but this water is not stored or managed efficiently. So there's a lack of storage, there's not smart distribution due to poor infrastructure or leaks or lack of local storage system. So how do you think the AI can help? I mean, of course, it can predict, it can detect leaks, but it's only enough. AI optimization is enough, or we need a combination of policy, also of public adoption?
Public adoption is also required because when we talk about the leaks are there in the wastewater storage systems, as you said, that storage systems are lacking there, right? So we can shift towards the rainwater harvesting system. Along with the rainwater harvesting systems, we can have AI predictive analysis over there, which can store the data. Alongside, we can do some initial treatments. Primary treatment methods are always there for public users. For example, if at a local level, I don't have any resources, suppose I don't have resources, I don't have a predictive AI analysis, I don't have Internet of Things. At that time, also, if I want to recover the resources from water or I want to treat water at my ground level, I can do that with the help of zeolites, with the help of normal lime and soda treatment. We can treat that water if it is not clean at all. Basic treatment technologies we can always have. For example, suppose many times it happens then when we are doing the rainwater harvesting, pathogens are generally there. It could be consisting of bacteria, viruses in the water, which is a public health issue at all, right? So that also we can treat with the help of, we can treat the pathogens with the help of basic chlorination process, where we can use bleaching powder, we can use KMNO4 for treatment of those pathogens. We can always have ozonization for treatment of that water. Even EDTA, ethylene diamine tetraacetate, that is also helpful in treating the wastewater at ground level. So when we talk about ground level implementation, firstly we need to store the water and we need to know about what in the basic requirements, what chemicals we can use to treat that water, so that we can many times it happens that even after like not everybody can have RO water at every time, but we can have such filters. We can always go through the gravity filtration, where we are mixing coagulants, we are mixing the particles like EDTA, or we can mix calcium hydroxide, calcium oxide, or sodium carbonate. These are easily available chemicals which we can use to treat that water. And trust me, that water which we are getting after the treatment by these normal chemicals which are easily available, it is giving us TDS value which is around 60 ppm, 60 parts per million, which is coming under the range of drinking potable water. So we can use such methods at ground level. And if we talk about policy making and what government can do, or what NGOs or local industries can do, the local industries, if they can ensure that they are not sending all the wastewater into the water bodies, rather they are treating it before sending it to the water bodies, that can be done at industrial level. And for detection of leakage, we need to be having some certain centers which are where we can contact, and they can contact with the government so that they can treat it well. I hope I have answered your query.
Yes, yes, I hope, yes, I hope all this will become true in my country, because, the price of water is rising. Although we have so many heavy rainfalls, it's paradoxal. The price is rising, and we have water shortage, historical levels for Greece, because
Mhm.
of this bad distribution and the lack of storage. So thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Anya, ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Pawanjit, ma'am.
Thank you,
Anybody
ma'am.
else from the participant side?
Thank you so much all for patient listening.
Thank you, ma'am. And from my side, a small doubt, ma'am. Can we enhance any quality of water, ma'am, drinking water, or can we infuse any medicinal values in drinking water?
Yes, ma'am. We can infuse medicinal values by using few natural resources as well. For example, if we want to make the detoxifying water, we can always use some natural resources, right? We can make our own alkaline water. Um, we can always have this cinnamon water for treating of many of the issues that we are suffering from. Even I remember my dadima, she used to drink cumin seed water in the morning, which help her to for the digestion issues. It helps for like her skin was fully glowy, right? So we can always have moringa leaves. And to surprise of many people here, we have used moringa leaf extract for purification of wastewater also. So if we can have a moringa leaf extract from there, even from moringa wood, if we are making the charcoal out of it, we can treat water at our own ground level. That will get rid of all the pathogens that is there in the water. So this is how we can enhance by using various natural resources.
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
how cinnamon water? You are saying cinnamon water we need to prepare or we need to buy from outside?
Ma'am, we need to just boil cinnamon stick into
Yeah,
water. That's it. This is how we can prepare cinnamon water. And
and
similarly, we can
yeah.
make it from carom seed also. Carom seed water is also helping in all the digestion issues. Many times I have seen that females specifically, they are having menstrual cramps. So to deal with those menstrual cramps, I myself is using this cumin seed water. Many times I have used. Many times I have used carom seed boiling water. So these are actually effective for our health issues. These natural therapies actually help us.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for inviting me here.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Let us meet again on National Science Day and
Definitely,
International
ma'am.
Women's Day also, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Now it's time for our technical session 2. I would like to invite Professor G. Mary Sunanda ma'am as invited speaker of this technical session 2. Professor G. Mary Sunanda ma'am, head of the Department of Education, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open
Yes.
University, Hyderabad. Yes, ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, everybody. Guests over there. Respected, Honorable Tanya Lampu, ma'am. Once again, nice to see you in the session. And the other dignitaries participating today. So many people are there. Warm good evening to you all. Namaste, Adab. In fact, I did not submit any title or anything, but since the time is very less, my title is about connecting to our environment and surroundings through the knowledge that we have, so connecting, sitting in one place and connecting, getting connected to our environment and surroundings. And PPT, it is there, but after my discussion, and I will send the PPT to Aruna ma'am. I really thank Aruna ma'am for picking me up to participate in this uh, conference-like thing. No, thank you, ma'am. And see, once again, connecting to our environment and surroundings with the help of our knowledge. Why we should connect? Where is the need for us to connect? And why we should connect? And we should connect only to search for the opportunities. Okay. So what do we have in our environment and in surroundings? And we are having so many threats, problems, okay, challenges. To overcome these challenges, to overcome these threats, and to overcome these hindrances, there is a need to connect with our environment and our. So what comes in our environment and what is there in our surroundings? Environment is a larger than our surroundings. Just know one speaker before, Pawan madam, she said atmosphere, healing our atmosphere. We are doing all these things only to heal our atmosphere. Atmosphere, after getting healed, we get healed. Okay. Then what do you have in our surroundings and what do you have in our environment? It is very important to know. I was telling to you that we should get connected. Like it is for the one, it is benefited only for the one who is getting connected. Okay, so getting connected to the environment and also to the surroundings is very, very important. Of course, the population is increasing and also the challenges are increasing. Okay, isn't it? So we have so many things to solve at the individual level, at community level, at state level, and also at the national and international levels. Okay, so knowledge. Here I said in my topic, connecting to our environment and surroundings with the help of knowledge. What is knowledge? Like knowledge. Let us deviate between knowledge and what? Literacy. Literacy and knowledge. Who has knowledge? Who are literate. Okay, the one who can read and write. Then who have knowledge? Knowledge. Farmers have knowledge. Can we say farmers are the biology teachers? Okay, so knowledge, how knowledge is different from literacy. Okay, so the knowledge is how the theory of epistemology. The theory of what is knowledge? It is the branch of philosophy that talks about the nature, limitations, and scope of knowledge. We have limitations in our knowledge. Why we have so many branches of studies and so many things at our end? You know, like you have biology, you have chemistry, you have physics, you have microbiology, you have ecology, you have medicine, you have sociology, you have psychology, you have education, and you have history. Why do we have so many branches? It is nothing but you have some limitations. All is not acquiring in everything. Some limitations are there, isn't it? That epistemology talks about the theory, philosophy, branch of philosophy that deals with the nature, scope, and limitations of knowledge. Okay, so in knowledge, what do we have? What other things do we have? We have facts. We have facts. We have information. We have skills acquired through education and through experience. Education and through experience. With experience, we can have some stored information. Learning means what? Storing information and reproducing it in the form of whenever it is required, isn't it? Learning, what is learning? 15 to 10 is equal to 50. Okay, so that is some bit of knowledge, reproducing it in the form of examination or at the time of calculations in day-to-day life, and then uh, feeling very happy about it. So that is skills. Horse riding is a skill, and also what you call archery is a skill. So like that, knowledge, in knowledge, what do we have? Information, you have experience, you have skills, etc. Okay, so that's how, why we should connect to our environment. We should connect to our environment to make our environment healthier environment, and directly or indirectly keep ourselves happy in that environment. If you look at the difference between environment and surroundings, surroundings is a limited one, environment is a whole. Okay, it has a wider scope of it. Okay, in environment we have so many people, communities coming into it, apart from our what you call other biosphere, etc. Okay, then in surroundings you have the limited things, our people, our family, the backyard and front yard, and maybe around 10 kilometers, etc. Okay, so we should we should connect indeed to our environment and also to our surroundings to uh, solve the problems. Nowadays you are getting what you call rain, and there is a climate change everywhere. Climate change is being talked because of the environmental things. Okay, so our earth has layers around it. In environment, our earth is there, our earth has layers around it. In layers, what do you have? Nitrogen, oxygen, and other gases. And if you look at the other spheres also, you have, how do we say, a teacher in the classroom is explaining standing alone. Okay, our earth, this is our earth. Okay, atmosphere, it is covered with atmosphere. It has hydrosphere, lithosphere, biosphere, etc. Okay, bio means all green plants and everything. Litho, rocks. Hydro, water. Atmosphere, all these things together is called as atmosphere. Okay, a branch of it, when the same child grows and takes say geography or something, at length he can learn about it. Okay, so uh, curriculum change. In curriculum we can't include all this. For a moment I would like to break here and say that in curriculum we can't write all these things, we can't mention all these things, but teacher in the classroom in the fraction of the second can take the child to the exteriors of the knowledge, and into the sky, into the space, and into the different parts of the world, and can explain with the help of the globe maps and other things. Okay, so again you see when the child is flying the kite, okay, to what extent, to what length it will go, how many meters of thread is required. Okay, so beyond that, what is there? Beyond that, what is there? Troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, exosphere. Okay, in stratosphere, jet planes travel, isn't it? So, like that, that means what? What do you have around us? You have around us in our environment the earth, the things like, you see the greenery, you see a banyan tree, you see a neem tree, and you also see small twigs like aloe vera, succulent trees, small saplings, flowering plants, okay, some curry leaves tree. All these are there in our environment. And at home, what do you see when you get up? You will see the ceiling fan, and you will see the what you call other fan. Okay, so the light, then a lady is washing clothes using the detergent, okay, mopping of the floor, okay, then all these things. What is matter? Matter is nothing but a matter is something that occupies the space. Look at the things that are there in the home environment. Where there is matter, there is chemistry. So, what happens? Biology, chemistry, physics, okay, biochemistry, okay, then microbiology, ecology, biological, medical, paramedical, all these things are there in our environment, getting connected to them. Okay, getting connected only to lessen the burden of learning beyond that. Now, learning is a very important and difficult task. Writing examination is a evil necessary. Like how much they try and how much they reproduce, it is very difficult to reproduce. So, making it a habit formation for students and for adults to what to do to learn something. A knowledgeable person is also learning. Look at the housewife who is less literate. She is using what you call ovens. She is using without the help of what demonstration. She is using the mm, washing machine. Okay, she is using the kitchen utensils, the three whistles. Okay, how she is learning, continuous learning, lifelong learning is there. If you read any recipe in any newspaper, what do you see? You see a new unknown 2 3 ingredients. Okay, got it. So without bothering those ingredients and then making a something a dish by asking grandmother or mother is the Indian knowledge system, basis for the Indian knowledge system. Okay, so like this, in environment you have so many things, lifelong learning and what you call lifelong learning, and also knowledge, getting the knowledge. So all these biology. What is biology? We have in all our environment biology. Matter, where there is chemistry, there is, where there is matter, there is chemistry. Where do we find, where exactly we find the what you call matter we find everywhere. We find in our homes. It is everywhere. If you look at this thing and that thing, it is there. Chemistry, that means we have life sciences to solve our day to day problems. Like biology, it deals with the smallest bacteria to a living well. So biology, then you have biochemistry. study of chemical processes in living organism, proteins, carbs, nucleic acid, metabolism, enzymes, hormones, etc. So, microbiology like bacteria, viruses, fungi, protozoa, medicine, environment, food, and more. Okay. Then ecology, organisms, other environments, how they are uh, how they are living things related to each other's surroundings. So, biology has some solutions to solve our day to day problems. In the same manner, biochemistry, if not directly, it is helping us, but it is used in so many what you call related things like how to solve some of the problems of the human beings. Microbiology also, ecology, biochemistry, etc. If you look at the how day-to-day problems chemistry comes into our rescue, it is a great thing to know. You know, like you have so many things coming up. Chemistry also has a role to play in our day-to-day lives. Where there is matter, there is chemistry. So matter occupies space. Look at the furniture in our house environment. It occupies some space, then it is matter. If a teacher, by taking this example, there are some furniture, tables and chairs in the classroom. If the teacher takes the examples and says that it has this furniture is matter, it is occupying some space, and when you go to your higher classes, you will read the chemistry. That chemistry is helpful for you to uh, learn these things in elaborative manner. Okay, so education has some role to play in understanding, in connecting the environment and also our surroundings. In connecting our environment and in surroundings, the things that are there are nothing but they are what you call text, newspapers, television, and other things, etc. Okay, so where there is matter, there is chemistry. So, matter is a substance that has mass and takes up space. Basically, it's anything that can be touched. Okay, there are phenomena that are not matter in our environment. What do we have in our environment? Just now I read about so many things in our environment, but still there are certain things that are not discussed in that particular point. Like chemistry says the things that are there inside the house are matter. Why they are matter? They occupy some space. In that comes the atoms, ions, molecules, furniture, plants, water, rocks, etc. Okay, so there are certain things that does not belong to matter. Okay, what they are? They are like sunlight, rainbow, thoughts, emotions, music, etc. So, like this, where there is what matter, there is chemistry. Okay, so and by these are called as life sciences. Some of them the sciences, we can connect to the sciences to solve the day to day problems. By studying the sciences, we can solve some of the problems, some of the day to day problems. Okay, so each branch of science, life science, has so many benefits. Okay, so many benefits to the people. Then look at the chemistry's um, importance and role in solving day-to-day problems. How it solves, how it helps it helps the students learn analytical skills. Okay, when you say chemistry, the other branches of sciences also have some of the problem solving skills, some of the analytical skills, and some of the collaborative skills. Then in analytical thinking, decision making is very important. Designing some questionnaires. Okay, if a candidate studies chemistry, he can be posted as a chemist. He can do PhD in chemistry and be a educator in the university, and druggist, chemist, etc., etc. So, in that context, he or she can design some questionnaires and interviews and to test the hypothesis, data collection, and then analyze. That's how chemistry is helping to develop analytical skills. So not only chemistry, even with the help of physics also, these skills are developed. How about the problem solving skills? It also helps in develops problem solving skills. For example, take maths. Why I am not mentioning maths? Maths also has the analytical skills and problem solving skills. They can solve complex problems using equilibrium, etc. So, like this, it creates awareness of materials, environment, and health. Okay, so now you have so many problems. I said why we should get connected to why we should get connected to our environment and surroundings only to solve our problems, only to solve our problems, only to make our environment healthier, and also thereby making us healthier. Okay, so in say in our environment we have so many wastage, we do see wastage comes from our homes in 3 to 4 bags. Okay, if you still look at the things that are there in our homes, the things we use in kitchen and also in other areas of our house, there are different types of plastics we use. Okay, so how this kind different types of plastics? You buy anything from a supermarket, you get things already packed in a plastic paper. Okay, from vegetable vendor, he gives you some thin polythene cover plastic, and at fruit shop you will also get some white color plastic. Okay, you will get blue color plastic. People use black color plastic to throw wastage. Okay, so these types of plastics are how they are made through recycling, like this much of wastage from food, this much of wastage from vegetables, this much of huge what you call bags full of wastage from fruits. All this, where it is going? Okay, so it is going nowhere, but it is recycled. It is recycled. How it is recycled? First, our wastage is collected, transported, retreatment is given to it, anaerobic digestion is taking place, then energy production, biofertilizer creation, etc. Okay, so like this, our food wastage, vegetable wastage, and other types of dust, etc., is recycled and brought into the other form for us to live and make use of it. Okay, so chemistry, where do we don't find life sciences around us? My intention is to tell to you all that we find we have sociology around us. In what way? We have sociology around us in the form of people, socialization, celebration of festivals, and meetings, attending offices, going to organizations, making some rules, policies, etc. Okay, psychology is there in studying the learning, mind, cognitive, affective domains, and studying the personality, intelligence. Okay, so many people did experiments on intelligence. So many did experiments on so many educators, so many philosophers, so many psychologists did experiments on psychology concepts like personality, intelligence, okay, and leadership, etc., motivation, learning, how learning is taking place, etc., etc. So, living and non living organisms. So, in one way or the other, we are totally dependent. In living organisms, who will come? All living and non living. They all have cells. Okay, cell, they all have cells, isn't it? So, having cell, maybe a cell biology will teach, I think. So, in a fraction of the second, or in just in a bit, in a minute thing, I am explaining, I am talking about to micro cells. Okay, all living organisms constructed of one or more cells. Okay, in all these things, by connecting to our environment, by connecting to our surroundings, what we are doing, we are conserving our environment. We are taking care of our global health. Okay, we are still trying for innovations in medical area. Okay, so we are applying our innovations and our theories, skills to grow industries. We need sustainable agriculture. We need sustainable education. We need sustainable development in areas, in rural development. Okay, so in all these things, uh, education can play a very important role. Somebody just now, I think Pawan said the teacher should, in all classes, all degree students sit in class, 10th class students also sit in class, and to some extent, the course for PhD students, they also sit like this in a chair and listen to the face-to-face lecture. So, motivating at every stage to all students by saying that don't waste water, don't waste electricity, don't waste food, don't waste other time, etc., etc. So there are so many in chemistry, and in, because madam is from chemistry, it is not like that I have there is nothing wrong in having developing interest in other subjects other than education. Education is a professional course, you know. We give training to DED students, intermediate passed students. We give training to degree passed, you know, like BED qualified students, and then MED, and then PhD. Okay, so now where we don't see life sciences helping directly or indirectly, we have in our environment, we have the life sciences association, but we are not recognizing. It is good to recognize and get it connected, so that what happens, our learning will be paramount, you know, and then we can share our knowledge with others who are in badly in need, you know, like but there is some of the problems that are coming across by excessive use or ignorance of the people, like how to use non-sticky pans. He's There is a suggestion that throw damaged ones, stainless steel, ceramic, cookware, glass, aluminum foil is there. Every day we use, like happily or unhappily. Then we have parchment paper instead of using aluminum foil. Then if children want food every day, every night, snacks, afternoon, evening from outside, okay, pani puri is not a food. Pani puri is not a food. Then if children want some of the snacks roadside, junk food, because it is causing ill health to the children, okay, isn't it? So like that, parents or teachers can educate the children to avoid all these things to lead a very healthy life. Here, one more thing like using cooking utensils in the place of plastics. Like so many people told many times, but still it is good because it is a what you call growing problem. Instead of using plastic boxes for lunch, use stainless steel glass. And then what you call, there are certain things like uh, silicone containers. Okay, so even knives, all those things. There are minute instructions given how to use them and how to make one's health better every day. Gas stoves. What happens with the help of gas stoves? The gas emanates. We do not know. We still stand there only. But gas emanates and it goes from our mouth, nose, and ears, and slowly, it causes some problem in asthma, respiratory infections, and other things. To avoid this, one can have exhaust fans and other good ventilation, etc. So, in day-to-day life, you have food and nutrition. We don't know that the food we use, even if we buy packet from outside, on the top of it, it will be written, it will give the ingredients, what carbohydrates percentage, proteins percentage, fat percentage, vitamins percentage, minerals percentage, in vitamins A, B, C, D, and K. But still, we don't eat, but they are chemicals. These chemicals are coming from where? Matter. Chemistry, chemistry has a full role. One should need to sit and understand the role of life sciences, getting connected to the science that is around us, in our environment, and in what you call surroundings is very, very important. In medicines and healthcare, chemicals are used in aspirin, paracetamol, preservatives, binders, dyes, colorants. Okay, then even in first aid box, cleaning agents, uh, surfactants, enzymes, fragrances, in cosmetics, plastics, polymers. Okay, it is nothing but everywhere we are using chemicals. And the side effects of chemicals, I already told you some of them, but you can still educate yourself and your students by giving them proper text and showing them proper AI, etc., etc. Sometimes find their way into our food. Unknowingly, we digest them. It is nothing but all. Uh, uh, so, in a way, I would like to say that the skills that we get in all these studying sciences are going to help us in long learning, like lifelong learning teachers are there nowadays. It is very important. Unless you update your knowledge, you are not going to get recognition at your workplace. One will not get the recognition. So by getting connected to the environment and also with your surroundings, with the known things, you can develop liking towards particular aspects, towards particular subjects, and then feel very happy and grow in your knowledge wise. Okay, so in first aid box I was telling that what do you have in first aid box. Also there are certain things, chemicals that are there in all the items that are there in the first aid box. Okay, so curriculum, we can't include everything, that a teacher who is teaching can connect to all these things and help the children to learn so many things that helps them to grow in their profession when they grow up, to choose correct profession and then feel very happy. Then education in the classroom, the smart boards, virtual labs, simulation software, 3D molecular modeling tools, virtual labs. Okay, these are very, very all have somewhere or the other element of chemical. So totally we can't ignore the what you call the inclusion of chemicals in the preparation of all these items, educational tools, and the food that we eat, the food that we prepare, the furniture that we use for taking rest, and the floors that we make clean, and the other testers that are used to clean the four wheelers, two wheelers, etc. Okay, so like this, education has a role to play in understanding the surroundings and environment of one particular individual. Okay, thank you for giving me this opportunity to say few words, madam. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your multidimensional and multidisciplinary enrichment of all the gathering. Thanks a lot. Any of the participant side and guest side wish to interact with Dr. Mary Sunanda, ma'am, it is welcome.
If you want to add anything, you can add, ma'am, because the these are the things that interest everyone.
Yes, I will have actually, if you allow me, have one question.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Because Dr. Mary, congratulations, you mentioned about the Indian knowledge system and indigenous knowledge system. So how this can be applied in modern societies and modern businesses, how we can leverage this indigenous knowledge and integrate it in efficient ways in a modern, in sciences, in increasingly evolving science.
Okay, ma'am. In modern sciences means they are in Ayurveda. See, in Ayurveda you use our Indian knowledge system only. Some of the medicines are there that use uh, improved things, but in Ayurveda we use Indian knowledge system.
Mhm. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mary, ma'am. Thanks for your wonderful lecture on this Global Women
Thank you, ma'am.
Breakfast. Yes, please. Anybody wish to talk?
Thank you, Aruna, ma'am.
Actually, unknowingly and amazingly, all the speakers today are ladies only. Global Women
Yeah,
Breakfast.
yeah.
Yes, thank you so much. Thanks a lot, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you,
And
ma'am.
without much delaying, I wish to move to the next presentation of this technical session 2. As in the form of invited speaker, we are having here Dr. Sindhura K. ma'am. Assistant Professor, MESI Institute of Management, Chennai. Ma'am is going to give her talk under the title The Influence of Media on Body Image Moving from Perfect to Powerful. Uh, Dr.
Um,
Sindhura, ma'am, over
yes,
to
ma'am.
you.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here today. When we scroll through our Instagram and WhatsApp feed, Facebook feed, what do you see? Flawless skin, sculpted ab, very pretty faces, right? So that perfect body, it actually stares back at us. It's whispering, just you're not enough. So that's the body image which the media has created on us. But what if I told you that this perfection is a mirage, one that is pulling down our self worth, especially among young people? So we'll unpack the media grip on body image, and we'll see the actionable steps forward. First, let's face the fact media isn't neutral. It is always a shapeshifter molding our ideals through various exposures. A study from American Psychological Association shows that 3 minutes of fashion magazine images can affect a woman's I mean, it'll make a woman dissatisfied with her body by 65%. Why? Because of various Photoshop tools, filters, algorithms, and which will amplify the unattainable standards. So 70% of the teenagers who use Instagram, they feel worse about their appearance. The fairness obsession, the Eurocentric standard, how it has manifested on us. It has given us a intense pressure for fairness, overshadowing the Dravidian skin tones. So that perception is completely altered by media. It has given a craze for the fairness. And then heroine aesthetics, the thin ideal. It's always strictly enforced on the female leads in both movies and advertisements, so that industries is making use of that insecurity in us to sell various diet plans, fairness creams, or cosmetic procedures which we may not need at all. Just it is making money out of our insecurities. So we'll see how we are moving from this perfect to powerful by rejecting these commercialized insecurities, and how we'll value the body for our strength and for its functionalities. So there is an era called the gatekeepers era. So what is this? Before anything comes to us in the form of magazine, newspaper, or whatever we see in TV, it goes through a editor who decides which story is newsworthy. If he didn't like the topic, it will never come to general public. And then various advertisers, they fund the media. They held massive leverage over the content. So they control the image, like ideal beauty standards, ideal lifestyle, and so on. And then the studio heads and label executives. So these are the people who decide who will become a movie star. So this control was possible because of various tools of production which are expensive and rare, like few channels, that is major channels, they portray this as a reality. So this is actually only an aspiration, not a reality. So advertisers, what they do, they they polish this image, and we aspire for it. But it is not a reality. It is not a user generated content, and there are no behind the scenes. So it is all filtered and polished. So even if the opinions were some of some marginalized voices or unconventional ideas, it is often filtered because they are too risky for the mass audience. So it is always a double-edged sword, which gives a lot of misinformation, and it is on what do you call it? It is, though it may be a democratized information, it lacks that feedback control. That is the audience's viewpoint. So various techniques are there, like airbrushing, professional lighting, stage photography. So what the manipulator do is they polish us in such a way that we won't be able to recognize them even if they come in person. That's how it is. So the effect is the people whom you see in ads and celebrities. So what will happen to us? So we'll develop some complex in us, and we'll see they develop one clear line between us and them. That is the famous and the audience. And so we develop some kind of longing within us. So we always aspire, especially the young people. So this definitely affects the health and the self-esteem of the teenagers and young adults. It affects both men and women, but women are affected more. So as we move on to the digital era, that is latest time, like Facebook, Instagram, etc., we still have this what do you call that, filtering, but it is through your friends, classmate, etc. It gives you that just like you feeling, but it is actually manipulation of reality. Moreover, it is personal and damaging. At least in the olden days, you will just see a billboard. That is, you have to move to the streets to see. But this is not like that. You have your mobile phones with you from morning till night. So you have access to it very easily. And then this behind the scenes, that is your reality. Your reality is your usual house, your insecurities, your everyday routine. So this is your raw footage. But whatever see in your reels, you see only 1% of someone else's life, which is all filtered, like vacation photos, promotions, perfect family dinners, etc. It's the kind of thing which comes in all those YouTube shorts, TikTok reels, etc. Now nowadays it gives you that what do you call it, that insecure feel. So we are not like them, that feeling it gives you, but actually it is a polished version. So it makes you feel inadequate. So we are exposed to this idealized image 1,000 times more than the previous generation. So you create that feeling like envy, some jealousy towards them, like we can't become like them. So that negative emotion creeps into you, which is not good for mental health. And you have this fear of missing out. So these days youngsters use lot of what do you say, makeup, filters, etc. before posting their photos or even sharing with their family. So why? It is because of fear of missing out or some inadequacy, that we should also be up to that mark, that unrealistic aspiration. So and then one more thing is to get more likes, shares, etc. So it is the algorithm which is working, and it makes you feel bad, though appearance wise you are good, internally it affects your self-worth. So you are caught between this um the so-called aspiration and or the unrealistic opinions of the media and your realistic life. You won't be able to accept it much easily. So you develop something called like facial dysmorphia. So what is this? Your Instagram face, it's always like poreless, high cheekbone, cat like bright eyes, all that after applying filter. But when you see the reality in the mirror, you feel something is lacking. So that pulls down your that image of yours within you. So you feel like you have to do some cosmetic procedures to feel identical, all that. I'm not saying you should not use social media, you should not post in it, nothing like that, but you should also be aware that the aspirations are unrealistic, and you should be able to overcome it. Only if you're aware, you'll be able to know certain truths, and it will give you an acceptance. So for this is for girls or young women. Now for boys, they get this Adonis complex, which is they crave for that bodybuilder like body, or extremely lean body, the six packs, all these things. So what they do, they undergo some over exercising, a very rigid diet, and then sometimes even substance abuse. All this they do. So this, what does it mean? They feel that their regular body is inadequate. They have to match with that hero who has a six packs, who has muscular abs, something like that. So they undergo a lot of efforts for it, and they developed various health complications. Now we have a theory called objectification theory. So what is this? This theory says that individuals, particularly those living in cultures that objectify their bodies, begin to view themselves through the eyes of others. Is it true or not? We always feel like we are living for others. We are not living for ourselves, be it body image or anything else. So we'll think what others feel about us. That fake, uh, you live fakely for the society. So you don't value yourself much. You don't value your body for its functionality in the sense how you effectively walk, run, how much you're able to exercise, how much your body is helping you, how well your organs are functioning. All that you won't care about at all. You just, yeah, it simply means you don't care about your health. You just want some external appearance which the media portrays at the cost of your own health. You're risking it actually. So this mindset is strongly related to body shame, and it has increased also and caused lot of appearance anxiety and higher level of depression. Then we have this internalized weight stigma, which occurs when an individual accepts and applies negative social stereotypes about their weight to themselves. The person begins to believe that they are lazy or they are undisciplined. So that is why they are like this. Their appearance is like this. So you have that bias towards yourself. So it creates one psychological loop. If you see in yesterday years movies, you won't find such moonlight face, ideal thin female leads there. You would have seen women like Savitri, Padmini, Saroja Devi, and so many black and white female leads. They are not very lean. They are just like angel, to be frank, and they don't have this this rigid body image, all that. It's only the talent which mattered the most. So but now this media, it's shifting towards the just the appearance. It's looking at only the appearance of the female leads. We'll see more about this in a few minutes. So when we combine these two, there is a perfect storm for body dissatisfaction and internalized weight stigma also. So what is the impact on younger adults, especially Gen Z and Gen Alpha? A persistent lack of satisfaction is there, and then certain anxiety and unhealthy eating habits like crash diet. Within 1 month they'll reduce a lot, like 20 kgs to 30 kgs, which is really very unhealthy, and it will affect the health of the person very badly. And then psychologically they are affected by this high pressure. So we have to reject this toxic positivity, and we have to demand for authenticity. And this has manifested in various moments like hashtag no filter, which prioritize real unedited depiction of life over the digital perfection. So let us see about the four pillars of physical functionality. First is the strength, the ability of the body to exert force and overcome resistance. So it means you value your muscles for their power and agility, like lifting a furniture, moving a grocery bag, rather than the size and definition of it. Then the endurance, capacity of the heart, lungs to sustain over time. It is your internal engine, like how well you can play football match, a basketball match, whatever. How well you can, how much of stamina you have, and how long you can do physical exercise. All this. Then the flexibility, the range of motion available at the joints. It's the ability to move through life without any stiffness. That is, you reach for some a balanced life. And the agility, then the resilience. It is the body's ability to adapt, heal, and recover. Suppose you get a cold or a fever. Some take 2 to 3 days to recover, others may take a week or so. So that's your body's resilience, how fast, how quick you are able to come back to the normal state. um, some people will work for long hours but they don't get tired, whereas others, they get tired very easily. So the people who get tired easily don't have that resilience much when compared to those who work for that longer hours and are active and are still active. So shifting to the functionality based mindset, why we have to shift? It acts as a psychological buffer. So where this appearance is subjective, it is subjected to lighting, clothes, and how people view you. Whereas functionality is objective, that is how well you can lift weight, how well you can walk fast, all that. And you have to have gratitude over criticism. It is hard to hate a body that you're actively thanking for, like focusing on your lungs for a good breathing, for your legs for helping you to walk, all that. You have to have gratitude. Then long term sustainability. So functionality can be improved and maintained at any age. So this is a stable foundation. But aesthetic standards, which is shown in media, it's often tied to the youth. And modern fitness is undergoing a shift by celebrating muscles as a tool, not just ornaments. So it is heavily influenced by various Olympic lifting, CrossFit movements, and diverse sports media, where we see the women through the lens of functionality rather than the doll-like standards which is given by the media. So especially when it comes to South Indian cinema, we have this hero versus heroine, and hero can be he can be like what do you call it, they accept him as he is, but heroine should be thin, fair, so such, and ideals they'll force on the female lead. Now Dow's beauty campaign is a landmark campaign which focuses on beauty standards and more authentic representation of women. So it changed the traditional rules of beauty. This Dove is very different, whereas other beauty products it'll focus on, like if you use this you'll become fair within 7 days, but here it is not so. It advertised focusing on the self-esteem of young women, young as well as old, both. So that is the um, highlight of this Dow's Real Beauty campaign, especially a video on reverse selfie. I mean, an advertisement on reverse selfie that has shown how the brand positions itself. And South Indian films often have this bias. So what they'll do, they'll import it's called the Mumbai import phenomenon. They bring in female leads from North India, and they will overlook the um, talented Tamil, Telugu, or other South Indian women. So it's only the appearance which matters for a long decades, many decades. But we'll see very few examples are there which have said no to this narrow ideal beauty standards. So transition from fair and lovely and glow and lovely, it reflects a superficial rebranding that struggles to undo the deep seated psychological impact. And even various matrimonial ads, what they do, they portray the fair skin as having some kind of perceived social and economic worth. So that consequently many have experienced that internalization of that karupu, that is black, as a personal flaw or barrier to overcome. In Tamil, black is called karupu. So rather than celebrating it as a something natural or another skin tone, so this created a what do you call it, a rigid difference between the normal skin and the doll like appearance girls or female leads in the movies. So one noteworthy example is actress Sai Pallavi. She represents a significant disruption to the traditional beauty standards posed by the media. So she's effectively redefining that undam beauty within the South Indian film industry. Her debut in Fida served as a cultural turning point by launching the no makeup revolution, which broke the long standing taboo surrounding skin imperfections that lead to disqualification of female leads. So she refused to hide her natural skin, but she successfully shifted the audience gaze from a skin tone to Shakti, talent, especially for by a powerful dance and emotive performance. So this has changed that. It has proved that authenticity is more magnetic than perfection. Her success provides a real world parallel to Dow's mission of breaking the rules of beauty. So we have various resurgence of traditional martial arts like Silambam, Karasamu, along with modern disciplines like CrossFit and so many, which marks a powerful movement of women reclaiming their physical agencies. This shift moved beyond the ornamental beauty standards to what is called as Shakti, or the functionality of the body. So women engaged in this highly intense practice and they break that stereotype. So we have various tensions between media representation and self identity. So media always wanted us to be customers of their version of perfection. So we have many local icons like PV Sindhu, Nikat Zareen. These people have achieved various what you call it, various yeah championships, and they are celebrated for their functionality rather than their aesthetics. So we have to move towards a philosophy of Sampurna Arogyam, total health. So it encourages us to view our body as power. And media may want us to be defined by our insecurities, but we should be able to overcome them. And we should be transitioning from passive consumers to active creators of our own power. So media wants us to keep it to the wheels of perfection. However, no makeup revolution and physical reclamation seen in traditional martial arts, we are learning that authenticity is more magnetic than perfection. Uh, yeah, thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your elaborate and wonderful presentation and nice talk. Anybody wish to interact with Dr. Sindhura, ma'am? Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Dr.
ma'am.
Rani.
Yes, yes. Okay, I'd like to congratulate Dr. Sindura. It's a very relevant topic for my students also here in Greece. I want to say what we can do actually to help our students, especially girls who are, they're suffering from nevrosis, anorexia, bulimia, all these issues because of the influence of media portrayal. So how we can help them cope with these struggles because it's not easy as we talk about social media. So, what do
True,
you
it's
suggest?
it's not easy. You're right, ma'am. They are addicted to it a lot. We see social media for some 5 to 10 minutes, whereas youngsters these days they see for almost 1 or 2 hours. So that gets into their mind. So there should be some awareness, a counseling to them that this is unrealistic, and they should also see how it is done behind the scenes, how that makeup is applied, how unnatural it is. Actually, it's not the usual makeup which we do, like powder, lipstick. It's not that. They do some 3 to 4 or more layers of makeup to create that unrealistic, what do you call that, um, image.
Image,
Yes,
persona.
yes.
No. We have the case here in Greece. We had one school who went on an excursion, And one girl, one student, went near the cliff to take an impressive, super, wow selfie. And she went near the cliff and she got killed because of her effort to take a snapshot, impressive snapshot, and she lost her life. She was killed because of this. So I don't know. Counseling is for serious cases, but for students who are just starting to get addicted, how we can help them, I don't know.
Some awareness program can be conducted, ma'am, and we can tell the harmful effects of social media, how it influence their mind. Some enlightening session will do, ma'am, rather than one-to-one counseling. Some awareness is required, definitely required, so that they will be able to differentiate between what is right and what is wrong, what is normal and what is abnormal.
Yes,
So
definitely.
that
Awareness
intervention
program.
should be done.
And to make them realize that this is a fake world, the social media totally fake world, but what we do is craft online personas. Totally, it's not real, but it's actually fake identity. It's not a real identity because when we post luxury houses or piscinas or things like that, this is not reflect always our real condition. This is what we need to teach them, that this is a fake world.
Correct,
Social
correct,
media
ma'am.
and
That is
virtual
what we need
friends.
to tell them. We have to show them what the reality is.
Mhm.
They should be more into the reality than the what do you call that? The so-called image, be it body image or anything which media tells.
Yes, exactly. Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Mary, ma'am, you wanted to ask something. Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, yes. Sindhura. Sindhura, see, like, it looks as if you did lot of research on this. It is, yeah, one can like it, one cannot. I mean, like, everybody has their own opinion about it. But uh, uh, you can be in your place, and if you are not getting affected, or if you are not getting motivated by them, it is well and good. Then, to me, it is looking as if you know,
Your voice is breaking,
like
ma'am.
you
Ma'am, your
Mary,
voice
ma'am.
is breaking.
Mary,
are
ma'am, your voice is breaking, ma'am.
so
Maybe
much
maybe signal issues are there.
deeply deeply affected by the social media. When somebody is, like one particular, he should, yeah, it has every.
Yeah, actually, maybe she got some technical issues. Yes. Anybody else from the participant side and other distinguished guest side, if you wish to interact with Sindhura ma'am, it is welcome.
May I, ma'am?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yeah. Sindhura, ma'am, that was really a very, you have really gone for a larger scape in talking about whether it is skin tone to action to what government or media or any example that you have cited. That's an elaborate research that you have done. All I want to tell you is not to contradict or even to comment, but just would like to tell you that since you spoke about media and a person like me who belongs to media department, would like to just say a word that media just projects what people like or what sells, and what sells is what society likes. This is a very, very contradictory statement. We can discuss on this quite at large. But what I would like to tell over here is generally our human mind is very, very subjective when it comes to some things which are to our convenience and even to our comfort. And we generalize things just because or based on our own judgmental nature. So, which is something that makes me talk about whether it is a Tata Salt ad. Yeah, when when iodine was something that was very much available in all our ingredients or in the food that we tend to eat. Tata has come up with a very such kind of a product which they wanted to promote. So what they thought was in our natural process of our food, the staple food that we eat, Indians have less much of iodine. So what Tata, a company, a brand, comes up with the salt, has got enough iodine, so we need to buy that. So it is just a marketing gimmick and nothing else. So when you spoke about, I mean, when you were enlisting about the product Dove, so here I would even like to tell about why only a beauty product when it came to baby products. Like Johnson's was really ruling monopoly on baby products. Johnson and Johnson's, we all have heard that name since ages. Yeah, but when Wipro came up with this ad, the baby was not the commodity or endorsed, but it's a very normal Indian middle class lady, which was representing the entire women clan who has become a new mother. So here you do not talk about the glamour of the mother. We do not talk about the tone or how the good looking nature of a mother would be. So we only empathized with the product. We empathized with the motherly character that brand is endorsing, and we all switched over from Johnson and Johnson's to Wipro. So there are many things. Now I'm only giving examples of things which are seen on media and which we all get carried away by a 30-second ad and we buy that product. So if I have to talk about Cadbury's again, Cadbury's was really in like blacklisted product because of the worms that were seen in the
Yes,
silk
yes, yes.
darkened silk product. Yeah, at that time, it was a very bad period for Cadbury's, and it was equally a very bad period for Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, who was also down and totally bankrupt because of his ABCL Corporation, the company that he has launched, and it really backfired. So that was a time that these two collaborated, and he endorsed Cadbury's, and we all got carried away by Mr. Bachchan coming and endorsing Cadbury. So the entire the kind of a problem that Cadbury's has gotten into was totally waved off by the society itself. Yeah. So we went and bought the same Cadbury product, which we were just saying no the previous day and the next day just because Mr. Amitabh Bachchan is endorsing the product. Today we all go by. And even for Diwali, it has replaced a laddu, which is a very Indian staple food, and chocolate
Yeah.
has really become a dish or a sweet that we are distributing or we are celebrating with. So
Ma'am,
there are many other things.
my argument is not all the advertisements, all the media, it's completely bad, but
Yes,
majority of it is portraying that what do you call that unrealistic self.
yeah,
That is what
sure, sure.
I am saying.
Yeah. I'm
Yes.
extremely sorry. I apologize if I have meant in any way that I am contradicting your point. I'm just not at all doing that.
No, 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 you're
All
not. I accept
Yeah,
it. You're
yeah.
adding
So
to
all
the
I
point.
yes. I'm just adding. It's because media just generally projects. It doesn't carry any kind of a bias because there are so many publishing agencies, there are so many magazines, there are so many brands which are politically backed up. So we cannot say that X paper is good or X channel is good or authentic or gives you some kind. Everything is just cooked and given it in a kind of a platter which a dish that someone would like to eat will get that plate, and someone who doesn't like that dish will not open that platter, and he will go for some other platter. So it all depends on the society. Now, while talking about Sai Pallavi, I just want to tell everybody that generally celebrities, they have some kind of a face that they project to their fans or even to the audience, and they have a different face for their own selves. So please never get carried away that she has no makeup. Definitely, that is not at all correct, I can say, with authentic information only. Otherwise, I wouldn't have even said that word.
Uh,
And when you said dark skin tone, yeah, that we for that reason we have Radhika, which you have also said, and Madhavi, again a South Indian actress,
but
Smita
how many,
Patil,
ma'am?
which is
Very few. Only you can count them with your fingers. But
yeah,
majority, I'm talking about the majority. You are
yeah.
giving some examples. All right, accepted. But
Mm.
that is only very few. The majority,
No.
how it is.
All I want to say is we should now it's again I'm talking about the society or I'm talking about the audience, which we should not get carried away by what media projects or media says, because media just projects what society wants to hear, what it sells. As I said again, I would even say the same thing. What sells is what you get onto the platter. What doesn't sell is not provided by media. That's one major point that we can see. Generally, it is more about the society, what is accepting. So, media
Adults
wants to
can
accept that.
differentiate that, ma'am.
Of
But
course, of course.
youngsters, teenagers, when they see these ads, how they'll feel? They won't be able to differentiate the right from wrong. They unconsciously they get things get into their mind. We will be able to differentiate. So this is harmful. This is not so harmful. But youngsters they can't. So that's the problem. They are too young to just find out which is
Yes.
good and which is bad.
Yeah. That is absolutely what you said is what we have in a very generalistic idea. That's what I said. And if it's social media, yeah, it's more about who is producing the social media and who's consuming that. It's mostly that generation which is producing as well as consuming. So
Yes.
the consumer and the producer is almost the same or belong to the same generation. So when we question students who belong to media, when I personally ask them, because I teach a subject called social media marketing. So when we ask them, do you really like or get carried away with what you see or what you make? Then they said, ma'am, everybody knows what we are producing, and everybody knows what someone is showing as a reel or even as a post. So we don't get carried away. It's like there used to be a fad in the beginning. I don't know how much someone would agree with me that just because someone, a boy who smokes, yeah, uses a cigarette, would be liked by the girls. When you ask girls, they said, we definitely put off such kind of a boy. We would even blacklist him, or we would even shun away from a boy. But a general notion is that someone who has a cigarette in his hand is someone
How
who will be
much of
liked by
influence it will
girls.
have on the
Yeah,
boy?
it
Leave the girl.
definitely doesn't
Girl
have
says
it.
no, but the boys, what they'll think? They'll think
They,
they can impress the women, girls
yes,
by smoking.
but
That's
even
what they
boys have
feel.
come
No,
to know
ma'am.
about that now. Boys have even come to know about that such things, because they are also the ones producing such kind of reels. So social media, I would say, not just reels. So social media, in a way, is capturing such kind of an audience which is consuming as well as producing. So they know where to put a cap of their own understanding, and where to even believe or not believe too. So I just wanted to say that. So much of it is a
Actually, it
very
is
general
not
way of
I who is
me.
saying
Yeah,
that
yeah,
this
yeah, yeah. I
percentage is
understand.
affected. It is
Mm.
American Psychological Association. They have
Yes,
done a study and they are telling that 65% have developed some dissatisfaction because
yes.
of social media. It is
Mm.
not completely my point of view. it is backed up by facts also. That
I have
you should agree.
to, every time I will have to say, apologize that I did not mean it as you saying that, ma'am, Sindhura ma'am.
Yes,
All I
yes.
said was a very general perspective. Since I could speak up for this 5 minutes is only because of belonging to the department or knowing some little facts as much as I can share. Other than that, nothing getting into a personal note as well. So, if at all I have been saying something that you felt that is hurting, then I really sincerely apologize at this on this platform, and I did not definitely mean that. Okay.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Mary, ma'am, your voice was breaking at that time. If you have any questions, you can ask.
No, not to ignite your interest. Like that Gayatri ma'am, very well she, like responded. Nothing, Sindhura. I really like why you really, like out loud, you got hurt somewhere. It is good
No, no,
to
not
talk
at all,
like this.
not at all.
It is good to talk like this, but let us see how far it is accepted. Nice to come across you, Sindhu.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, all shiny stars of this Global Women Breakfast, all women. Thanks a lot. Anybody else from the audience side wish to have any sort of your suggestions or feedback or any other thing? If you wish to talk for a while, it is welcome.
I thank Rania Lampu, ma'am. I really thank you, ma'am, for your presence.
I love to interact with speakers from India and other countries. It's my favorite part in conferences. Yes.
And thank you, Aruna, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. Many voices, one platform. Okay, so almost we came to the end. And no, ma'am, no, Dr. Gayatri, ma'am. Actually, you are always welcome for your all suggestions and all your whatever the suggestions or advices you will be giving to me and Sidvi Foundation. It is always welcome, ma'am. So, no question of any apologies here, because we are all friends and we are all here to make us and to explore the society also. Thank you so much, ma'am, Dr. Gayatri, ma'am. In spite of your all busy schedule, always you will be with me in my events. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now I request Dr. Bharatjyoti, ma'am. Could you please speak a few words as in the form of vote of thanks?
I am ready. Thank you very much for inviting me. Yeah. Are you audible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead, ma'am.
Good evening to all. It's my privilege to propose a vote of thanks in our International Symposium on Multidisciplinary Innovative Research 2026, ISMAR 2026. Today, in an excellent day, we conducted this seminar. We thank our God and everyone who extended their services to conduct our program. It is a profound honor and privilege to extend this on behalf of our entire organizing committee in our conference in collaboration with our IUPAC Global Women Breakfast. I extend my gratitude and we equally grateful to Dr. Rania Lampo from the Greece Ministry of Education for providing a truly global perspective, and to Sri Prakash Rao Kollaram sir, Honorary Advisor to the Sidvi Foundation, for demonstrating the vital link between advanced research and education, our esteemed speakers and mentors, our sincere appreciation goes to our galaxy of experts who shared their profound knowledge, our Dr. Dixon Adam Ghana for their academic leadership, Mr. Nagababu Abarazu, Director of WECO Labs, President of SSRD, for his unwavering support in fostering innovation, Dr. Kasaba Kumar Sukla for adding new dimensions for our understanding, and we are special thanks to Alokra sir. Your contributions have been the backbone of this multidisciplinary exchange. A special acknowledgement is reserved for our conference director, Dr. Aruna Nakela Garu. Her exceptional vision, meticulous planning, and tireless leadership have been the driving force behind the grand success of this one-day event. That's a symposium, international symposium. We are thankful to you, ma'am. Finally, to our speakers, delegates, and participants, thank you for your active involvement and thought-provoking questions. You have turned this conference symposium into a vibrant, impactful platform. As we close, let us carry forward the new collaborations to make meaningful contributions in our respective fields. Thank you all once again. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. A small continuation from my side also to the vote of thanks. My heartfelt thanks to all of our today's speakers. Their eminent speeches have made this platform as a very good success, and the name itself has been coined as Global Women Breakfast, and today we had made this as Global Women Breakfast. Thank you so much, Dr. Rania Lampo ma'am, for enlightening us with your great words. And I extend my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Pavanjit Kaur ma'am for her exceptional work and her talk. And I extend my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Kirti Mahendra ma'am, who had given us a very good healthy environment and healthy talk with her Agnihotra. And I extend my heartfelt thanks to Professor G. Mary Sunanda ma'am also for sparing her time to us. And last but not least, I extend my heartfelt thanks and blessings to Dr. K. Sindura ma'am, as she is younger than all of us. So that's why I am saying blessings. Dr. Sindura ma'am, thank you so much.
Thank you,
And
ma'am.
I extend my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Gayatri ma'am, who had given us like all her eminent and enriched suggestions all the time, and by her questionnaire and by her feedback and whatever it may be. Meanwhile, she can add some flavor to all our conferences with her presence. And I extend my heartfelt thanks to all the participants, all the delegates, and whomever joined from across India and across globally to this event. Thanks a lot, and we can conclude this meeting with the national anthem. I request all delegates and speakers and distinguished guests to please stand before your laptops for singing our national anthem. So please join all your tones to sing national anthem. Okay, start. जनगणमनाधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा, तव शुभ नामे गाहे, तव शुभ आशीष माहे, गाहे तव जय गाथा। जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे। जय हिंद। Thank you, ma'am. Dr. Rania, ma'am. I'll be get back to you. Thank you, Dr. Mary Sunanda, ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Sindhira, ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Gayatri, ma'am. Officially, now I am ending this event. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.